Dyche walks in. Right, Marvin's not playing. Who's going to step up and score the goals then? Knows why. I went, me. He goes, anyone else? And I'm thinking, cheeky bastard. And then the week after that, I scored the winner, and the rest is history.
Here's Hogg! Deeney! Do not scratch your eyes! Troy Deeney! Giving him the opening, and Deeney takes it spectacularly!
I wanted to be the realest footballer you could ever be, whatever the that means.
Yeah.
Football's the only time I'm ever free. I ain't got to worry about what's going on back home. I ain't got to worry about bills. It's going to sound very egotistical, but I think you'll understand what I mean. I'm here for a real reason.
So you were flying high, and all of a sudden, bang.
My old man in February got diagnosed with cancer. That summer, my old man dies, I get locked up.
Oh, mate.
So then I'm drinking heavy at this point.
Did you change?
Absolutely. At that time, my mindset was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, my world's already crumbling. I believe that I was supposed to go to jail. I genuinely believe that. Then got me starting to, reflect on myself. Like, do you want to go down that route? And I'm my worst critic. Like, there's nothing any person on planet Earth can ever say to me that hits there harder than I'm going to do it.
When he gave you 10 months, were you happy?
I was numb.
Okay.
I was numb. Like I say, I buried my dad on the Friday, went to jail on the Monday.
Is that close? I want to roll back a bit. Why did you get banged up? Troy, welcome to the show, mate.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, mate. Really looking forward to this one.
It should be good.
Yeah, mate. Let's roll our way back. Who are the most intimidating set of fans you've ever come across?
Oh, it's funny. I don't really get intimidated. I suppose it'd be the generic ones, right? Your Millwalls, your West Hams. But I come from Sunday League, where you're probably gonna have a tear up most Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have a chat and get a few bad tackles. It ends up in a punch up. So never really got intimidated by football, and especially football fans. And weirdly, the more hostile the place, the better I played.
Yeah.
Because it was where I'm at, and like, I used to take football like war. I've said this loads of times, but like, we go to Millwall or we go to West Ham, with your club. So right, I'm not taking on that 11. I'm taking on whoever's in that crowd.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're all getting it, because if we lose, you're all going to be calling me shit and me fat. Sorry, can we swear?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Checked.
Yeah, but do you get me? They're all going to be calling me that. So, yeah, I used to take it really, really personal. So, like I said, Millwall, West Ham. Trying to think. Nowhere else really. Aston Villa, because I'm Birmingham City. So
did they know? Did the Villa fans all know you're a proper Brummie?
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So you going into a game against Villa, and you know all the Villa fans are screaming and shouting at you, like, come on in,
let's have it. Let's have it. But it's also it's not just that, because I live in Birmingham as well. Especially when I played, I lived in Birmingham, so I'm from there. Everyone knew I'm a Birmingham City fan. I got a Birmingham City tattoo on my leg.
You got a tattoo?
Yeah, I got that when I was like 16.
Is it on the calf?
Yeah. You know, the old school one.
Look.
I was trying to be hard when I show off to my dad until he gave me a clip round here. Yeah, see it.
Oh, it is as well.
Yeah.
Mate, quality.
Sorry, you got. Yeah, I had that when I was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proper blue.
Yeah, but like my old man was, and he's like,
Was he in the Zulus?
They're all Zulus and that. Yeah. So like, it was
in the family.
I was just trying to be hard, as a kid, trying to get your dad's approval and that. And when he saw it, he gave me a clip and was like, "What are you doing, you fucking idiot?" You know what I mean? But so yeah, in the build up to when it was Watford versus Villa, it was very much that week before. I'd have Villa fans letting like my family know, like, we're going to give him a bit, but then all the Blues lads are like, don't fucking lose.
Yeah,
like you can't lose there. Yeah, and I was like, without sounding to glorify, I was active. I was everywhere. So you'd see me on the nights out. You'd see me in the places you weren't supposed to see me, and the lads would be like, it's a big one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was lucky. I played them 6 times, beat them 5, scored in every game.
Did ya?
Yeah. So it was like, it was the one.
Amazing.
That's
a biggie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So who else was up there then? You got Cov. What are Cov?
Yeah,
what Cov fans with you like though, right?
Yeah, they're good as gold.
Yeah.
No, not this.
Wolves.
Yeah. Yam Yam's like, who cares? They're not going to do anything. West Brom, similar. Like it's Blues Villa. Yeah. That's it. Everything else is like
Second.
It's like but it's like a forced one.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like Brighton Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It's not really a rivalry.
Yeah. It's been rivalry for years, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
It's
know
not
what you
really
mean.
the thing.
They're not on each other's doorstep type thing.
Exactly. But Blues Villa, you've seen it with like Jack Grealish getting punched by a fan running on the pitch. Like it's proper.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's not the way it used to be with the hooliganism anymore. But it still has a tear up, and it's still, when that game's on, if you're not involved, then get out of the way.
Do you ever come across One Eye Baz?
Yeah, no Baz a long time.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. But legend, lovely geezer, lovely human.
Yeah. Hard as nails, which is lovely, but super humble.
But about to say, again, I've been fortunate, probably similar to you, to be around a lot of like serious people. The most serious ones are the nicest ones, I find.
Yeah, agree.
Because they're trying to avoid what they know they can get up to.
How naughty they are.
Yeah. So now Baz was good as gold. Always used to speak to him. Always used to be on the circuit in and around Birmingham in terms of doing the doors and that. And obviously I was lively. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I used to be quite lively. But then obviously you got Cuddles, Keith. That's Uncle Keith. You got Walton. That's Uncle Walton. Do you know what I mean? They're all like my dad's pals and my uncle's pals. So yeah, to me it was no biggie to see these guys moving around.
That's the norm.
Yeah.
What was it like for you growing up then in a tough part of Birmingham? Old man a Zulu, all his mates are Zulus. They're going off having tear-ups. What was your lifestyle like as a kid?
Chaotic. But it's only chaotic now. You know, like when you're out of it. When it's at that time, it was very normal.
Yeah.
And I've had this story before, and we don't really mind saying it because my family just had a little moan up to my brother and my mum about it, because obviously I do these podcasts now, and you're not glorifying it, but I'm telling people my truth so that one or two kids might go, oh, do you know what? I'm going through that now. I can fix it, or a parent has got, I can fix it. So like we used to have, police kick the door off, and I remember I've said this in my book. The police kick the door off. I must have been about 8. Maybe 9. My brother was about 6, 5 or 6, depending on the time. We lived in a flat. Doors come off the hinges, and we're, kids, you're like, whoa. And my old man's rolling around with the police officer, but they've come through our bedroom door. It's like the doors fell backwards, and we've gone like, fuck, what's going on? And my dad's gone, oh, don't worry. Dad's just playing with his mates. Go back to sleep. And then, as kids, we just went back to sleep because we just listened to our old man. It was not like now when you know the full truth. He went. Door was back on the hinges by the time we woke up, and dad come back a couple of hours later, and he said he'd been to work. To us, that was just kind of normal, and it was a council estate, living in a council estate when it was part of the game, and you didn't know any different. Everyone was skint. Everyone was trying to help each other out. There's no racism at those points because we were all skint. So the white family across the landing from us, they were skint, so they would borrow milk off us, and we would borrow bread off them, and so on and so forth. And I only realised like racism and things like that happened when I started getting money.
Yeah,
it's a weird dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Your old man. Tell me about your old man. What was he up to? Was he active?
Yeah, super. He's still. My dad's been dead 15 years now. Died at 47 from cancer. So, very young when he passed away. But he was super active. Like I'll have friends. I just spoke to one of them on the way in this morning, and he was like, just drove past. I don't know if you know parts of Birmingham. I just drove past the Pelham, which is a place in between Allen Rock and Yardley. It's where the pub was, used to be called the Pelham. So I just drove past the Pelham. Still reminds me of your dad. Yeah. 15 years later on, because that was his watering hole. That's where he was about. But he into anything. But my old man wasn't a money man. He wasn't motivated by money. He was always motivated by respect. Yeah. So his last name meant everything to him. Yeah. So if he had a tear up, he'd tell everyone like that. My name's Paul Anthony Burke.
So say.
Yeah, he'd tell he'd let you know I'm the governor and like growing up, he was Superman. Even to this day, he's still my Superman. Like there was some negative things that happened. Obviously, like bash me and my mum up as kids and stuff like that. But
hold on, he would bash you and your mum up.
Yeah.
What, backhander or proper right-handers?
That's why I didn't get my teeth done for so many years.
What, a proper right-hander?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. How old are you?
9.
And your mum?
Oh.
In her 30s?
30s, yeah. But basically what happened, my mum left him.
Okay.
So
because of that?
Before that,
Okay.
he left. So basically, it was like a pride thing for my old man. Like, how dare you leave me?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But he weren't nice to my old mum, my mum for a long time. And only now we're older, we understand it. But like, he never had a license or none of that stuff. But my mum had a car, and obviously she's getting me and my brother and sister around. And my sister would have been in. Well, I'm 9. My brother would have been 6. Sister would have been 1. Maybe 2. So my mum's obviously trying to get us around in this motor. And he'd go, let me just borrow the car. I'm going to go and drop something off or do something. And then he went to Glastonbury for 3 days.
What, to get on it?
Just no, because obviously he's gone to the boozer. Yeah. Someone's going. There's an opportunity to make some dough.
Yeah, okay.
We're doing that then. And he comes back 3 days later and he's going to my mum like, what's the problem?
Yeah, okay.
But she's having to get the bus with 3 of us. So my mum, and that was like one incident, but there's like, this was every week. Yeah. So she was just like, no, my mum, God bless her, like when she's done.
Still with us today?
Yeah, my mum's a fucking legend, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Bringing up 3 kids, mate, in a tough state.
Yeah. But she's like the most genuine person you'll ever meet. No, she doesn't want any confrontation. Obviously, she's not afraid of it, but she just will do anything for anyone.
Yeah.
And she's happily married now and living a peaceful life. God bless. But she's she's good as gold, and she's one of my angels. I've only got 2 left, her and my nan, and the rest are all dead, unfortunately. Yeah. But the old man, she left, and again, we were 9, so we didn't know the full ins and outs. But it was very much, don't tell your dad where we live.
Yeah. Okay.
So we lived on Chalmsy still, but we were in a masonette at this point.
Yeah.
And then just one day he picks us up. But we had to, when we got picked up, he didn't pick us up from the house. He picked us up from my auntie's. And again, my auntie was like a little bit of a Rottweiler. You stayed away from her. So you go there, picks up and go, and then we're in a taxi. I remember it vividly, the start. I don't know where we were going. We was in a taxi, and my brother, again 6 years old, was like, oh, me and Troy ride our bike down here. So my dad's clicked then, well, you must live in and around that area anyway. He ends up getting my brother to go, oh, tell us where. Pulls up to the house. We all get out of the taxi, knocks the door. My mum, still see her face this day, like she's seen a ghost, mate. Shit herself. And he threw us in, kicked the door through, like to push past her, locked the door, and put us in the living room. And he's screaming and shouting at my mum, and then he's whacked her. And then at 9, I've like just jumped up, like a natural reaction, like don't hit my mum, and he's whacked me. Because he's not my biological dad, innit? He's my dad. He's looked after me since I was 6 months old, but he's not my biological dad. But I was just more, I'm never going to call any other man my dad. He is my dad. He raised me. Everything I stand for is on him, but so on and so forth. And I got hit, I went down, I got back up, and I just kept getting back up. Yeah. And the only reason to this day I'm sure we're alive is there's a young kid named Lee Millwood. Never forget him. He come to knock on. It was a Saturday, so he come to knock on for me to play out. He's knocked the door. Obviously, my mum's crying. We're all crying, whatever. As he's opened the door, my dad was. I used to think he was 6'4". He's only 6 foot, but like he had this aura that he was massive, and he's shouted at him like "fuck off" or "get away" or something like that. Slammed the door. So this kid, he's 9 years old, ran home, going, "Mum, there's a big black fella here he's screaming." And he's crying, so Mum's obviously phoned the police because she knows that there's no man in our house. Do you know what I mean? And it took 2 riot mans and 4 cop cars to get him out. But he was game as fuck, man.
Yeah,
he was game as fuck. Yeah, but he was. It just happened like that. That stuff happened, and I swear to God, I love my mum. Never seen her cry, mate.
Never seen your mum cry.
Never seen my mum cry.
Okay. Tough woman, right?
And then as soon as that, and then because we just did the book a few years ago around COVID, because what's
the book called?
It's called Redemption.
Redemption.
Yeah. So it's like a full life circle for me, but it was around COVID, and my wife now is very middle class. She's from Surrey, like life's all good. We were sat watching the news, and there was a spike in that first bit of COVID of domestic abuse. It had gone up to like 68% or something like that. And she was like mortified, like, oh my God, who would do that to the kids and who would do that? And I was like, she's like, you're not bothered by it? And I was like, it's kind of normal, isn't it? She was like, proper, like, what do you mean it's normal? Because I obviously hadn't told her all that. And I was like, similar story. This has happened. This has happened. Blah, blah, blah. She was like, "Fuck it. Like, you do all these podcasts. Like, you've got a right to tell somebody about that story because you might help someone." And really, at the time, we had some book talks anyway around. It's more like going to jail and being a prem. It was more that side, like, probably from like 21 onwards. So we just said, like, if we did a book, it'd be good to, because me and my mum never spoke about it. None of us have.
Well, all these years you kept stum.
No, it's just old school. Well, my mum's
that's what it is type thing.
English Irish. Like we don't speak. Yeah. We don't go to. We don't. My dad's Jamaican. My mum's English Irish. We don't go to police. We don't go to the doctors. And you keep your mouth shut. Do you know what I mean? So we did that, and like part of the book was going through these situations with my mum, and I'm going like my 9-year-old mentality of, oh, this is what happened. She was like, no, that was 3 days after. Because I remember going and playing with the neighbours, doing they had a basketball hoop, and they had a house, and we lived in a masonette. Excuse me. And I remember playing there, and I thought we did that straight after. She was like, no, it was 3 days later, because we didn't go back to the house for 2 days. So
she had all this in her memory bank, or were you triggering her, saying,
no,
Mum, do you remember this? Do you remember this?
We jumped to the car.
Yeah.
We had Ollie Holt, top writer, journalist. He was with us. Ollie's a friend of mine. And we just drove around. And I was just like, but my memory of it is like, this, Mum, what's yours? And she was like, no, that didn't happen. This did. And in the book, it became our way of actually dealing with it. But before that, going back to the original point, my mum didn't press charge or nothing. My old man got locked up for, it was about 6 months. He got
for that occasion.
For that occasion, but nothing to do with me and my mum, because no one spoke. It was like just the incident with the old bill.
Yeah.
So let's say he got like 9 months and he did 4, something daft like that. And I remember we were in Chelmsford, and if anyone who listens to this knows Chelmsford, where the KFC is now used to be a garage. We're in the garage, Mum's filled up, and I shit you not, bus has left, bus stops on the left, bus has left, my old man's there with the black bags, like just come out of jail. Yeah. And I was like, shit, like proper panicked, thinking, oh, here we go again. And my mum's like, do you want a lift?
What, she took him back?
No, he weren't with us.
She said took him back, said, do you want to live somewhere?
No, because when she's done, she's done.
Yeah, okay.
There's no emotional feeling there. And then but that to me was like, well, if she's all right, well then I'm all right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, what can I complain about? Do you know what I mean? And that was how we dealt with that situation.
Was your old man in and out of Nick?
Yeah, all the time.
How many times do you reckon he was put away? How many times did you go and visit him?
Never.
You never went and visited him?
We got postcards. This is the funny part about Barbara. We got postcards. Yeah, we got a postcard from Singapore. I'll never forget it. Only when I buried him, I realised he never had a passport.
So we was writing postcards as if he's grafted.
As if he's grafted.
Holiday.
Yeah.
So he didn't know he was a Nick.
Yeah, I've done this, I've done that. Yeah, and my mum, again, the angel that she is. Again, like, listen to it now. It's naive as fuck. Do you know what I mean? But as a 9-year-old down, you got to believe everything that your parents say. But my mum never badmouthed him. Never, he's this or that. Never heard nothing.
Did you want to emulate your dad?
Mm-mm.
Like he was going. I'm not saying the abuse and all that sort of stuff. No. Him going to football, having a load, getting on the beers, having tear ups, going to opposite fans. You getting the tattoo on your leg must have been a trigger to go. I want a piece of this.
It was more to be like accepted. Yeah. I was always desperate for him to be like that was all right, because I've got a younger brother called Ellis, and he's fucking mustard at everything.
Okay.
Like.
And
sport, you name it. If you fucking come in here and work these cameras after an hour better than these lot, honestly, he's mustard at everything, and I love it.
Ellis, if you're out there, mate, it's a job.
You'll regret that when he's here tomorrow.
He'll be banging on the door.
No, but he's he's mustard at everything. Yeah. So as a kid, he got picked up for Aston Villa at 5 years old.
Yep.
So he played for Villa from 6 to 21, and then
is he a Birmingham fan?
No, he's a Villa fan. Well, he's not even a football fan. This is the worst part about it. Like, I'd sit and watch matches a day, do all that, get the sticker books. He's not arsed, he's just good at it.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? But he, and then obviously the old man passed away, and he just fell off the rails from a footballing point of view. But so like from a kid, it was always Ellis is going to be the one that gets us out of this.
Yeah, okay.
So my job as the big brother was to pick him up from school.
Yeah.
To make sure he's at school right, to make sure he's done his homework. Yeah, all of that. Yeah. And I used to go to the, and I believe it's why I'm pretty good at the punditry stuff now, is because I used to go, take him to football with my mum. I'd watch what he did, what they did in their drills, go outside, try and practice it, So then when we went back home, I'd practice it with him.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm able to take that, look at that, go, that's that information. How do I do that?
Yeah.
Right, this is what we need to do. And hopefully he'll be better. And he was always our saviour. My granddad was a Villa fan. There's only him and my granddad and my brother are the only 2 Villa fans in our family. Everybody else is Blues. And these two were like, again, my granddad, who was my idol, loved that Ellis played for Villa.
Yeah.
Not that he didn't love me, loved me to death, but Ellis played for Villa and he got free tickets to the Villa. And, do you know what I mean? All of that stuff. So my granddad was a black cab driver. Yeah. So he was like, he loved his black cab. He would take my brother.
Telling all the stories to everyone.
Yeah.
Grandson.
Mate, he's got 2 stories. He's passed away as well, but God bless him. But
what's his name?
John. Yeah, John. But he, I don't really talk about him, to be honest. It's a bit mad, but he had 2 stories that blew my head every time. Because what he used to do, my granddad, old school Englishman, so he'd always have a shirt on, had all his notes in his top pocket, and he'd get it out and count it in front of us. You know, he's got a couple £100 or whatever. Put it back in, and he's changed with his bottom pocket, and he'd give you 50p. You know what I mean?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, that's what he'd do. But then, like, if you wanted a $5 or whatever, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Go clean the cab."
Yeah.
But he'd make it.
Make you graph.
Yeah,
make it.
You'd spend
good morals.
6-7 hours on this cab.
Yeah.
And they'd give you a $5, and then he'd go and get it cleaned anyway. Because we're not doing it to the standard. Again, I don't know what it's like now with the black cabs, but there was a real standard in the 2000s.
Yeah, the Hackney cabs.
Yeah, that they had to reach, didn't they? They couldn't go out with the smears on the windows and all that. So, and he fucking lived by that. But he had these 2 stories. One was he picked Doug Ellis up once, the old Villa chairman, and didn't charge him for £150 trip.
Quality. Because
he was Villa chairman and he got to speak to him. And the second one was he picked Graham Taylor up from the New Street station when he went from Watford to Villa. Yeah. And again, never charged him. Yeah. So those 2 were his heroes.
That's his thing,
Yeah. So he got to take my brother to Bodymore Heath training ground in his black cab that he loved. And he got to take him to football. So my thing throughout my whole life was Ellis is going to make it. And it was only really 21 onwards where Ellis stopped playing. Dad passed away. Granddad and Dad passed away, and I came into this football world, and it was like, now it's my time. Yeah. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
And that's why I'm a little bit more brash, louder than most people, because I've always been fighting for that little bit of attention. Yeah. So just going back to your question with the old man, it was he scared the living daylights out of all of us in terms of like, don't get into this. That's why we've all got my mum's last name. Okay. He didn't want anyone to have his last name because of, again, he'd bash you up and tell you he did it.
Yeah, okay. How game were you? How game were you?
As a kid?
Yeah, as a kid. After that tattoo, were you going away with Birmingham? Were you game? Were you going?
I weren't ever able to get into that. If I'm being 100% honest, I'm scared of everything. I was always like the kid that they pointed at. Do you know what I mean? And I could feel that, so I was a little bit shy and immature. Then I went to secondary school, and as soon as I got to secondary school, I was like, right, that shit there would never happen to me again. And here's another thing that not everyone knows is I can't touch my shoulder, look, that arm, so I can do it with this one. But basically, as a kid, I was like 10, playing whatever, got kicked off a roof by some other geezer. Apparently, he thought we were fighting, and clearly I wasn't. Fell off this roof, and I've done that, and I've hit off a wall. But if I didn't do that, I'd have fucking hit my head and I'd have been KO'd. But I did that, smashed all this up, smashed to bits. And this is the stuff where my dad will always be my hero. 4 days I was in the hospital like this because the swelling was so much. My old man there, 4 days, didn't move. One point he kicked me because he was literally in his sleep and fucking knocked the cast onto me and I nearly choked. But other than that, it was... But he was there 4 days, didn't move, not once. And then after that happened, I went to school with this big cast on, and 2 kids tripped me over. I was just stood there, just, you know, the old school kick your legs. Yeah, flick the kids thinking they're funny and all that. Yeah. But I remember hitting my arm after a week of being out, crying, being at school, seeing no one help me, no one picked me up. I was like, right, that'll never fucking happen again. Yeah. So if you see older pictures of me, I'm like this big. Yeah, okay. 12 stone at best.
How game were you when you were going to the Birmingham matches?
I thought it was game.
Okay.
I bluffed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
remember. So you wanted to be with the lads.
Yeah.
To fit in.
Yeah. I had the Moody Rockports with the Moody Burberry. Yeah. I had all of that. That you worry. Yeah. Weren't allowed to stand near them when it was go time because fucking I was in Moody gear. Back in the day that wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to like 3 big games. The biggest one I went to was Millwall away in the playoffs. When we beat them,
Birmingham Millwall, at the old Den.
When we beat them in the playoffs.
How many did you take there? 3,000? They probably wouldn't give you. Would they give you?
No,
you took the whole end, didn't you?
Yeah, and they basically Millwall were waiting after because we beat them and we got to the final.
Final of what?
The playoffs.
Final. Okay, yeah.
I can't remember the year off the top of my head, but I remember afterwards because we all celebrated whatever, and we just got locked in. And what Millwall were trying to do was make it so you couldn't get the train.
Yeah.
So they were trying to keep you there with the police, so you'd miss the train, and then
sit in ducks.
Yeah, in your game. But eventually we kind of got out of there, and I remember my arse going.
Yeah.
And I went to Ninian Park, old school car with my dad.
That was naughty as well.
That's the most scared I've ever been.
Yeah.
Genuinely the most scared I've ever been in my life. So I did like 2 or 3 good ones, and then the rest were just more like. I remember going to Cholton in the back of a network rail van. One of the lads had it, and you've got the frigging the petrol mowers and all that flowing in the back. There's 8 of us. You know what I mean? So did that. Just did all the good.
Yeah.
Then when I started going away, then it was just to go support the Blues, but it's like weekenders. So you do Norwich away. You go to Great Yarmouth and have a tear up.
Nights out.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So this was more like 17 to 19 when I just started getting a bit of college money, started finding my own feet, finding my own mates to run around with that type of stuff.
How old were you when you first become a professional footballer full time?
19.
19.
Yeah, so I used to be a brickie before.
Yeah, who was that with?
Walsall.
Okay.
In League 2. So used to be a brickie before that, and I it's going to sound very egotistical, but I think you'll understand what I mean. I'm here for a real reason. Like all the stuff that's gone on with my old man and life before. I was a builder working on Chelmsford. We just finished the doctors on Chelmsford on the Friday. Got my last pay packet of 240 quid. Gave my mum her dough. And obviously I ain't got a job. So it's like, fuck it, we're on the tear up. So we're going to go out Friday, go out Saturday, go out Sunday, and we'll go job centre Monday and figure it out. But I'm having a good weekend. Do you know what I mean? It's just the old school. Again, an 18-year-old at this point. Got no bills, no kids.
And this is a time when there was 5-6 nightclubs in every city around the country, and bars were open, 15 feeder bars. And I used to have a nightclub up in Birmingham, DNA, 2,700 capacity. This was like 20 years ago now. Yeah, 20 years ago.
I'd have been 17.
Okay.
Whereabouts is this?
Just off what's the main street? It was a 2,700 capacity
off Broad Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one in Cov, Loughborough, the Midlands, Cov, Loughborough,
Birmingham,
Leicester.
Yeah, I used to go to the places you weren't supposed to go.
Yeah.
So yours sounds a bit too high end for me.
Tell me that. So give me an example of a weekend bender for you.
Oh, piss. Get home, because it only stopped not too long ago. So Friday, got home, give my mum a dough, shower, change. We had a football team called Chelmsford Town, landing there. Wait for the other lads to finish. Well, I was a builder, so we finished knock off 12:30, 1 on a Friday. I'm in there by 3, waiting. Just wait for the text. Old school days, isn't it? Wait for the text where somebody is, what they're doing. Friday we'd go Solihull. We'd go up to Masons, from Masons to Roses, or what would it be called? What are they called? You know, like the 80s bars.
Yeah, like a wine bar.
No, but it's like a club. But basically, one room is like frigging all up to date, and then upstairs is 80s.
80s, yeah. It was like a Reflex.
Reflex. That's what it's called.
Reflex?
Yeah. So Friday being Reflex.
Yeah.
Again, drinks were about £3 weren't they? So you'd have a tear up on a tenner. We used to drink. We used to call them cheeky Vimtos.
Yeah.
Which was
oh God, they
port and the KDs.
Oh, they get you twisted quickly, don't they? What's the other one we used to have? Turbo Shandies.
Yes, That
was like half a lager with like a Smirnoff Ice banged in it.
Go. I don't drink beer as well, so for me it was always like trying to find something. Now I'm a brandy and whiskey type of guy. At that point, when I was skint, it was whatever was going. Do you know what I mean? But except a pint. Yeah. So again,
why?
I don't know. Just the smell of cigarettes and the smell of lager and cat piss. They're the three things. The 3 things I can't stand. So if you wanna get to me, bring a cat around, let it piss, and then I'm gone, mate. Yeah, those 3 things. Just since I was a kid, like the smell just gets to me. So I've never had a cigarette, and I've never had a
lager,
pipe, and I've never had a cat.
Yeah. Well,
so that'd be Friday.
Would you go around the clock? Would you come in at 4 o'clock?
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Go again.
You're not leaving till the lights come on. That's the cardinal sin.
Yeah.
Unless there was a tear up, obviously, which most weekends there was. So, then, like, let's say you leave there. If you left there early at 2, you go to the strippers for a few hours.
Yeah.
But if you left,
legs 11.
Yeah,
there was a legs 11 in Birmingham.
Yeah,
my mate
on Hagley
told
Road.
me.
Yeah, on Hagley Road. I don't know where it is. They serve great food in the day as well, I've heard.
Yeah. You get 2 dances for a £5 in the day. My mate Dave told me.
Yeah, did he? Yeah. I was saying to the missus, somebody else was in there. And they text me. So that, or in Solihull on the High Street, there's a little cheeky one that we used to go to on a Wednesday. So that was in there as well. So that was Friday. I got home about 4. My mum, God bless her, she still cleans on a Saturday. Saturday's her cleaning day, top to bottom. Must have been about 12, and she's like, "Oi, up, out," because I play football as well still. So she's like, "Go and play football, get out of the fucking house." I don't care what you're doing, but I'm mouldy at this point, so it's quick brush teeth, off you go, boots in an Asda bag, go and play football on the Saturday. To level out, you obviously have another brandy and coke
just
to level yourself out before you feel all over the place. Yeah. Because where I lived was like 2-minute walk to Chelmsford Town or a 4-minute walk to McDonald's. I couldn't be asked to do a 6-minute walk. So there, have another beer, and then you crack you straight on, and then you're back on it. Anyway, I play that day. I did well, scored a few goals, and as luck we'll have it that Mickey Housel from Walsall, his game was cancelled for the youth team. For some reason their game was cancelled, so we come and watched his son, who was on the opposite team to me. He sees me and goes, "Who's this kid? I'm 18. I'm playing with adults. I played with adults since I was like 15 years old. So playing football against adults is like, it's a piece of piss to me. You know, like we'd have like...
But not everyone can adapt to that.
No, I know. But again, it goes back to the old man.
Tough lad. But not everyone can adapt to 15 to go and play adult football.
Yeah, but this is the old man. So when I started playing football, and they wouldn't do it now, but I'm 6 years old playing under 9s. Because he wanted me to get bashed about. Yeah. So if I got kicked on the floor by the older kids,
get up,
and he cried, they said, if you let me, like he'd say to them, you let me cry, I'm gonna. Well, this is the old days where you could smack somebody else's kid, couldn't you? You can't do that anymore. Yeah. He goes, I'm going to give you a clip. Yeah. So if I started crying, they'd be like, "Oi, shut up, get up and go." And I didn't know any different.
Same.
Crying weren't allowed. Probably similar. Crying wasn't allowed. So
get up, you big fairy. Come on, Fanny, get on with it.
Yeah, all of that. Whereas now, HR would be involved, social workers all over the gaff, but that's another conversation for another day. But I just think, I just didn't know any difference. So anyway, play that game, do well. Mick speaking to me afterwards, like, "What's come on trial at Walsall? It'd be this, it'd be that." And I was like,
so back then, Walsall was what, Div 2, Div 1?
Division 2, yeah. Div 2. But they would go to trying to win the league. And I was like, yeah. And all I wanted to do was get back into the bar, because when we finished the game, we had burgers and chips.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I'm on this 240 quid that I cut to last the weekend. So I'm thinking there's a free grand there. Yeah. Get that, go back home, shower back. Because I didn't drive, I had to be the one who's there first. Because, if like the lad who drives, fuck it, we're going. Well, they're not going to wait for me. Yeah. A, I'm the youngest. And B, I'm not chipping in on petrol. I'm not doing fuck all. Do you know what I mean? I'm borrowing T-shirts at this point. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, Sam, mate, no problem. And I've jumped past him, had a bite to eat, flew back home, got back. I'm back for about 7. The lads who drive don't turn up till about 9. But again, in there, I've scored, so people are buying me drinks. So I'm half cut before we go. Then it's on to town on a Saturday night. I'd go Sobar in Arcadian, Sobar from there up to Mono Bar, which is now closed down. And I'll let you do your researchers do the talk on Mono Bar. You're not supposed to be there. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Do that till 4. Then it might be a little venture to Broad Street. Have a look what's happening on Legs 11 on Hagley Road, and then get home about 6, shower, change, go and play football at 9.
So you'd get up at 6 straight away, get up,
I wouldn't even go to bed on a Saturday through to a Sunday.
And this is what, when you're 18?
Yeah.
So just slow this down a bit.
Yeah, sorry.
There's no academy.
No.
There's no nothing. You're just a game footballer, as hard as nails, banging in goals, and just didn't realise how good you were. Yeah,
but I didn't realise then that I do now. My brother was training 3 times a week, so I was practicing 3 times a week. So I'm watching what they're doing, going out in the car park and doing it. I played Monday nights with my pals. I played Wednesday night with my pals. And then we had our games on the Saturday and Sunday. So realistically, I was playing 7 days a week, all the time. Yeah. Football's the only bit, and I'll always say this, football's the only time I'm ever free.
Okay.
Where it's just like...
In your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't got to worry about what's going on back home. I ain't got to worry about bills. It's just brings me a purity that I can just be like, oh, this is meant like...
So how did you go from Walsall then to then get into Watford? What was Walsall like for you?
Walsall was fucking...
Yeah, I bet. I was about to say, because Div 2, that's naughty, good proper football, isn't it?
Yeah. And this is the old school days when you had to do 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You had to do the clean the boots. You had to make everyone's meals, everyone's cup of teas. And I had some real good pros, some proper schooling. Like, I remember Tommy Mooney. Again, all these people are friends to this day because of that. But they would be like, I remember... I've told this story before, but you'll like this. So we had Richard Money, and we played Wickham, but I was travelling because they knew I was good. I was scoring in the reserves, and I was big, I was powerful, but I was running over kids, and they were like, yeah, you can do it against kids, but we're going for the league. I don't really want to put me in there. So I'd travel all the time, but I'd have to do like reports on the other strikers. So he said to me, I want you to watch this striker, a guy on the other side called Tommy Mooney. I knew Tommy used to play for Blues and Watford, so I'm like, oh, legend. I know this geezer. Yeah. And he's 37 at the time. So I've gone like, yeah, old, can look after the ball, but he's old, he's slow. Nailed him.
Yeah.
But I've still give him credit, but I've nailed him. So I've gone to the gaffer on Monday. There you go, that's for you. Fast forward 3 months, we fucking signed him.
Oh, no.
Signed him. No. So we signed him. Manager calls me in the office. Tommy's sat there, Rich is there, pulls this note out of the fucking desk. This is old school. Pulls the note out and goes, read that to Tommy for me, will you? Oh, mate, my arse is itching at this boy. I'm thinking, I've just got in here.
Yeah.
Right, this geezer's got to chin me. Yeah. And it's all... Anyway, I've read it. I've got boom, 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 boom. To be fair to Moons, he went, fucking hell, yeah, detailed that, yeah, very detailed. He's, how many times you fucking scored in the Prem?
That's what he said.
Yeah, and I went, none. He said, how many goals you scored in your career? At this point, I scored one. He said, one. He went, I suggest you shut your fucking mouth, didn't you? Yeah, he went, right, so you're now going to clean my boots. This is old school again. Mate. You're going to clean my boots. Yeah. You're going to shadow me in training. After training, we're going to stay out. We're going to work. We're going to do all these. Apparently, you've got a bit, but to me, you just look like a little punk. So he didn't say punk, obviously. Yeah. But you're going to, we're going to see what you're about. And then from that, I was like, no problem.
Amazing.
Because I'm a sponge. So I was like, go on then.
Take me under your wing.
Yeah, let's go. And he did this thing that I still do to this day, and now my kids do it. Every time I missed the target, if I went wide, it was 2 press-ups. It went over, it was 5 press-ups. Yeah. But he wouldn't let me, after the training session, it was there and then. Yeah. Do it. So, did you do it? And then you start getting used to, right, you're doing 50 press-ups in a training session. You're like, A, you get bigger, but B, you're like, I'm getting embarrassed now.
Yeah.
Because my team's going, fucking get back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so, he was good. He was good as gold for me, but I had some real good lads along the way that went on to have, massive careers.
Where did you go then? You went from Sunday football, no money, going straight into Walsall. What sort of dough were you getting at Walsall?
I've still got it in my house.
What did you start on?
I started on £50 a week.
Okay, and how long were you at Walsall for in total?
2.5 years.
And what did your money go up to?
180 quid.
The best amount of money went to just 180?
180 quid. But if I played, scored and all that, the most I could earn was £800 a week. Was the most.
So what was your goal bonus?
Something like 70 quid a goal. And it was 150 quid a start.
Some 50 a start, 7 quid a goal. And there's other bits and pieces.
Yeah, if you make 15 starts, you get £5,000. Okay. Just shit like that. But the most it could equate to over the whole course of that last contract when I was their top goal scorer, one player of the year, was 800 quid a week.
Lovely.
And
how did your discipline change then? Because you went from a party boy to going. Did you carry on being a party, but all the way through Walsall?
Yeah, a little bit. A lot. A lot.
Carried on as normal?
I had this imposter syndrome.
Okay.
Always thought it's going to end. Right. They're gonna fuck me off at some point, so I don't want to lose my boys.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm in the mix now.
Yeah.
I could afford to buy a bottle. Yeah. I could afford to get an Ed Hardy t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? TK Maxx was the rest, but the Ed Hardy t-shirt was game.
Yeah.
But and this was the time when Converse were being sold in Sports Direct for 7-8 quid. Grab a couple of pairs of them and could go out and look respectable is what I was trying to say. This is 2007, 2009 era. So I'd be out Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, most Sundays.
Love your honesty, Troy.
I'll be back. But I've been work. I'd never miss work.
Yeah.
I've always been work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So where was the point where you were banging in goals for Walsall that you were going, you know what? There could be an opportunity for me, or did you not even think there's an opportunity to go to the next level?
Never. So we took. We got Michael Ricketts, ex-England, and Rico's like godparents of my kids now. This is how much I admire the man. He came in my second year, and he was like, "You're good, but you ain't got that finesse." And obviously, Rico had started at Walsall, so Rico at Walsall, Bolton, England, Middlesbrough. He had like a Prem career, but he started at Walsall. So for me, he was a visual representation of what you can achieve. Yeah. So he was like, "You're not technical enough to play in the Prem." So we did this game called Two Touch, and you probably see people doing it now, but this was old school Two Touch. So it was CUNT. So as soon as you lost 4 lives, you got flicked.
Yeah.
Depending on how cold it was, depending on the area they could flick you in. So that might be your ears, might be your nose, might be your bollocks.
Yep.
But you're getting flicked.
Yep.
But it was all in the aim of getting you better, but with a consequence at the end of it. So when you start playing this game, I've never played it, never been in an academy. I'm getting flicked 8 times a day. Do you know what I mean? In all sorts of places. And when it gets colder, you're like, but I'm getting frustrated. But you keep doing it every single day until you're the one giving the flicks.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And he was great in that regard. And he did, he won't mind me saying this, he did the big thing for me that was showing me what real money was. And again, I'm on 180 quid a week. And we used to go on a Friday if we were going to travel. He'd go to Marks and Spencer's. I never even knew what Marks and Spencer's was. We were still shopping in Aldi and Lidl. So he went to Marks and Spencer's at a garage, and he got now everyone has a Percy Pigs. Yeah. They were about 8 quid, I think, at the time. I was fucking fuming. I was like, you know how many I could get from Aldi for this? But he'd go get his sweet. I had to go. He'd pull up because I didn't drive at the time. He'd pull up, give me his card, go to the cash machine, get me 50 quid out, bring me a receipt. And this must have been around the time when I was like scoring and getting a bit leery, and he's just humbling me. So he'd done that anyway, got the receipt, go in and get him his Percy Pigs, his sandwich, his crisps, all of that. Bring it back. There you go, Mike, there's you. And he went, oh, just on that receipt, how much is there? And I'm not going to stitch him up, but there was a lot of zeros on there. I was like, I think there was a mistake on the thing. Do you want me to get you another one? He's like, no, that's what I got in my account. I said, you're good. You're not earning.
Yeah.
Relax. So I must have that week or that day been giving it the whole, I'm the man, shoulders have gone back a bit. Yeah. And he's like, how much you got? And I was living literally Friday to Friday because I used to get paid every Friday.
Mouth, yeah.
So I was like, 25 quid? He went, you can't even afford what you've just bought me there. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Again, because it wasn't to humiliate me, it was to go, perspective.
This is what you could have.
Yeah.
Get focused.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Do the work.
Yeah.
And then the rewards come. And he was great for me. But then towards the end of that year, he was like, mate, you're about to go. Everyone's talking about you. And again, I didn't really take it for anything. And then in that summer, my agent at the time was trying to take me to Charlton.
Okay.
And Watford weren't even on the cards at this point.
Who was your agent? At
that time, I was with Ian Taylor, ex-Villa player, who went to school with my dad.
Yeah, okay.
So again, very much didn't have a real agent. It was just like, you know, it's my old man. Yeah, okay. So he's been in football, he must know. Yeah. They were pushing me to Charlton. Him and a guy called Black was his last name. I want to say Roger Black, but I don't feel that's the right name. And he's got to kill me because I was with him about 3 months ago. And his name's gone out there. Yeah. But anyway, and they were pushing me to Charlton, and it was like $3,000 a week, relocation.
So for 180 quid to get 3G. So you're really thinking, hold on a minute, I'll have a piece of that, sure.
I had a piece of that. Yeah. I was ready to fucking run there. Yeah. Don't worry about putting it in the post, lads. I'll run it there. I'll make sure it gets to them first hand. So we would go through that, and then I changed agents in the midst of that because I had 4 or 5 other agents going, well, we've got this team and we've got this team, but they were pushing Charlton. So in my head, I'm thinking, no one does nothing. Again, going back to the old school mentality, no one does nothing for free. Probably they're getting a little drink there, so maybe there's a bit more dough out. Let's explore these other options. Anyway, it turns out Watford were willing to pay me $5,000 a week. Oh, lovely. So I'm like, fucking good as gold. Lovely. And at the time, I'll be 100% honest, all I knew about Watford was John Barnes, out of John, and Graham Taylor because of my granddad, as I said earlier. Don't even know where it was. Yeah. Never left Birmingham at that point. So fuck it, they're signing.
And how old are you then?
19.
So you're 19, went straight to Watford on $5,000. Did you look anywhere else?
No, sorry, I was 21.
21. Did you look
19 when I got
else?
to football. Nah, I just got the numbers.
So you just saw the numbers at Watford, 5 Gs.
5 Gs, I'm good.
£250,000 a year.
30 grand signing on fee. Like, that could buy our house.
Yeah.
Our house was 52 grand that we lived in.
Bloody hell. Was there anyone guiding you going, do you know what, Troy? If you held out a bit, there could be $7,000 or 10 grand. Or were you like, do you know what, $5,000, I'm really happy. I want to go to Watford in the Championship.
No, it was just the numbers, for being totally honest. And again, from everyone that I was around, you never spoke money about.
Yeah.
So everyone was doing what they're doing, making their money on the side. You don't tell people how much you're earning and what you're doing. The only reason you know it is what motor they're driving, what watch they've got on their wrist. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's sitting there going, I made X this week. Do you know what I mean? Because then you're just a bit of a muppet. Yeah. So never really had anyone to speak to. In my family at that time, no one was really what I would consider successful. And what I mean by that is own their own home, solid, had a BMW or a Range Rover, what it was. My uncle was starting his business at that point, and again, as you know, starting business, it's at least 3 years before you even break even. And
the first 1,000 days is the hard bit. If you break even after 1,000 days in business, you're doing really well. Yeah. No one does.
Yeah,
you got to put 5 years in. You know, like 2% of businesses get to 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
He's doing very well. Then,
good for him.
He's at like 16, 17 now.
Good for him.
And he's. Again, I'm not going to talk his business. But
what was your mindset? You're still partying, you're still Walsall-ing, you're still the main man. He's banging in goals. Who's this Troy Deeney? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's just got to Watford. I would imagine the North London press would have jumped on this new kid.
I never lived there.
No, but they jumped on the press.
I didn't do any of that. I didn't do the media. I didn't live there. I lived in Birmingham and drove down every day. Still wanted to be with the boys.
And how long was the contract for? What did you sign? Did you sign a 4-year contract?
Yeah.
On $5,000 a week, was there any tweaks in that contract? If you hit certain goals and if you hit this,
more goal bonus, win bonus, staying up bonus. If I played X amount of games, it did this. If I did all these different triggers, but that whole want to be one of that. My whole thing was I wanted to be the realest footballer you could ever be, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
But you know, as a kid, like you like,
I've done it the hard way.
Yeah, I've done it the hard.
No
way. Yeah, but I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna still be Troy that goes to the tavern. I'm still gonna be Troy that goes to champ. Like you're still gonna see me in all the places you see me because I've not changed. Who cares about the money?
Yeah.
When what really happened was it created a conflict, which was, fuck me, I could buy a house. I bought a house, but I bought a house in Chelmsfey, was the first where I'm from.
Yeah.
I bought my first house there. Bear in mind, it was a 120 grand house and had a 70 grand motor on an estate where most houses were 50 grand or council estates. You got what I mean?
Yeah.
But Troy. So if you saw the white Mercedes drive around, that's Troy. And he hadn't left us, and I'd go to all the boozers and be with all my pals and all of that fun stuff. And listen, I was by far not earning the most money in my area at that time, but in my head I was. But it created a conflict of,
I'm sure,
wanting to be true and real and you know, not change, and the lads still respect me, to then having another side of me that goes, I've only been doing this 2 years. I still don't know my arse from my elbow, if I'm being 100% honest. And they're willing to give me $5,000. And I know I'm not the top earner at Watford.
Yeah.
I know there's more. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
all of these.
Yeah.
But it was like balancing act between still trying to keep one foot over here and I was getting into trouble a lot at this point. Fights every week. And then go to work. And then this is where I stopped going in on a Monday at Watford. And I always give credit to Malcolm Mackay and Sean Dyche. They must have seen there's a talent in there, but he's going through something. So
okay.
I must have had 19 cats that died, frigging relatives that died. Every Monday I wasn't in because I was on the piss Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably nick a bird.
Yeah.
And then what the fuck am I going in for? We don't do much on a Monday anyway.
Yeah.
Go in on the Tuesday. Oh, sorry about that. They knew, but they're just like,
how do they balance that? Because Sean Dyche, I think what a fabulous manager and what a great bloke.
What a bloke.
Forget the manager, but a proper bloke. He gets it. He gets people. Did he get you straight away? Did he know what was going on in the background?
He hated me because he was assistant manager to start with.
Okay. Did he understand? Did he say to you, Troy, let me learn a bit more about you? What's going on back up in Birmingham? What's going on?
Nah,
are you still partying the weekend?
He was still trying to figure out like his coaching aspects because it was Malky had his team and Sean Dyche was part of it. And he was trying to figure himself out. probably where he was at. Again, and the gaffer, to this day, we'll still speak. He texted me last week. So, it's not nothing that I'm saying now he doesn't know. But I think where he was at in his journey and where I was at, he didn't have time.
Okay.
Excuse me, to waste his time on someone like me. Bear in mind, he'd come through the youth team. So he had loads of youth team players up. So he's probably looking at 5 or 6 lads that he worked with for 2 or 3 years. Bring them through on probably like 300, 400 quid a week. Yeah. What I was at Walsall, going, we've got this entitled little prick over here on about me.
Yeah.
Well, fuck him. I'm going to look after these guys.
Okay.
And that's probably what he was.
Did you sense that?
I didn't give a fuck. Genuinely, do I get paid on the 28th? Yeah.
That's all that
matters. Who the fuck cares?
Did you realise how lucky you were to be playing for a club like Watford?
No.
Did you realise when you were playing in front of Vicarage Road, when it's a packed house, and you're playing first team and you're banging goals, did you realise how lucky you were then?
No, absolutely.
And throughout your whole career, did you realise how lucky you were?
At 25, I realised. About 25, when I thought, I'm pretty good here.
Okay.
And I will get onto that. I don't want to jump in this little bit, but so the first year I was obviously fucking about, didn't really do much, bit of a piss take, to be honest. Yeah. All by the way, all my fault, because I'm big on accountability. All fucking me. Yeah. Malky moves on to Cardiff, Dyche takes over. Now, to me, that's my fucking worst nightmare. The fella that don't like me has been nailing me for a year. He's now the manager. So anyway, spoke with like Adrian Mariappa, John Eustace, obviously he's a Derby manager now. In first day of pre-season, I was like, he ain't having me one bit. And they were like, look, he's solid, but he don't trust you. So he thinks you're on the piss all the time. He was fucking right, by the way, but he thinks you're on the piss all the time. You don't turn up. How can he trust you week in, week out? And I was like, fair enough. All right, so I made a conscious decision, and this is going to sound really immature now, but for 6 weeks, I'm not going to have a beer, and I'm not going to go out for pre-season. And I did everything fucking right. You name it, I did it. I stayed down in Hatfield in the David Lloyd. I stayed there. I worked. I did all the stuff. Go to France for 10 days. I spoke about this story before, but you'll be bang on with this. So go to France, and Dyche has this thing, and he still does it, where it's like no GPSs, no fitness coach going, Dodge is his left hammy's a bit sore. He calls it a breaking day. So he has 2 over the course of pre-season. On this Tuesday, we're doing every line on the pitch. And if someone half-stepped to line, we all started again. Oh, yeah. But it was like rows of 6, but it was racing and challenges and all that. And we did this run. It felt like about an hour and a half we did this run for. We get it done. That's Tuesday. And he's like, what he's doing, when the whole thing's going, because my personality is I'm able to connect with everyone. So he knew even though I wasn't in the team, I was big enough influence on all the young ones. So every run, you got to quit, Troy. Troy, anytime you quit, do you want a beer? Like literally for an hour and a half. Yeah. Want a beer? But I've got this thing, and I think he knew it at the time, and he subsequently told me he did. I've got a fuck you. That little switch that goes, okay, you don't think I can do it? Watch this. So we do that anyway. Finish up. Well done, everyone. Troy, you get a beer now. That's how he ends the session. So I'm like, fuck it, okay, no problem. Fast forward a few more days. He has another one in the same week. That never happens. We did 2 in the same week. And we went down on the beach, and we're just jogging. He's taking the pace. And he sees a hill. He's like, right, up and down 10 times. So basically he runs till he's knackered and then makes up a drill for an hour and a half on the beach. We got to a pier, right, sprints, all that. We get back to the hotel. I'm like, Jesus Christ, got through it. Get onto the car park. We hadn't realised he's the only staff member with us. All the other staff are setting up the gym in the car park, which would be now considered a hit session. 20 stations. Go. Everyone's got to go all the way through. Again, in my ear, got to quit, are you, Troy? Got to quit. Now it starts pissing down, it's raining. I don't like the rain. I'm not built for the rain. I love Dyche to death. Got this big ginger fella screaming at me.
Yeah.
It's raining. I'm knackered. I'm ready to quit. Mapsy, I'm going to Mapsy, who's with me, because Mapsy kind of took me under his wings. Like, fucking, don't you dare quit. You stay in. Maps, I'm going to hit him with his dumbbell in a minute. He's winding me up. No, stick it out. He goes, right, back on the beach. I'm thinking, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm thinking, that was the pond set. He's going to do it 2 or 3 more There's no way I can do this. We get on the beach. It's lashing down now. The red flags are out on the beach. Waves are coming in. It's like, right, who wants to quit? Troy, you ready to quit? You ready to quit? And I'm like, I'm going to do it. You know, you have the little demons. You get like, I'm gonna chill him, and I'm just going to go home. And then, who cares? That's literally, I don't know Sean Dyche's hard as fuck, by the way. But I'm just thinking, I'm just going to chill him, call it a day. We had a good run. I'll go and play football with the lads back home. Look, hopefully it's good. And he goes, right, into the sea. You're all done. And I'll never forget, this is one of the most purest moments. I jumped into the water. I don't like seawater in general. I jumped into the water and I was like, I beat him.
Yeah, okay.
I beat him. Like, he can't say nothing now. I've done his days. I didn't quit. And then from that moment on, he didn't play me until the January. This was in August. But he respected me.
Yeah.
And in turn, I respected him.
Yeah, lovely.
Because the way he changed and was like, you all right? How's your mum? How's this? I'm like, he's all right, actually, this fella. He started going to war with him. And in January, again, played Millwall away. Marvin Sordell, we sold him to Bolton. And we walked into the meeting room like 2 hours before the kickoff. And Marvin's there. But Marvin's used to sit at the front, and Marvin was young. Marvin Sordell was a little bit lively. Not me lively, but more like that young, arrogant, I know I'm good. And that's what made him as good as he was. But he was normally at the front, kind of like, that giving off that brash, I don't care because I know I'm playing. Because what happens in every team, you're all looking at the team sheet.
Yeah, waiting.
Am I on? I think I'm on, but until you see it, you don't know if you're on. And he was kind of giving it all that. But he had this different demeanour. It looked like he'd been screamed at. Do you know, like when you see probably me back like that, he was very like looking at the top of his eyes. That's a bit strange. Dyche walks in. Right, Marvin's not playing. He's fucking off. He don't want to be part of the team. I didn't know they'd already had a chat, and he'd said like, "You're not going to be part of it. You go to Bolton, but I've just got to make a point to the team." So they were aware. So Marvin's out. Who's going to step up and score the fucking goals then? Fuck knows why. I went, me. Bear in mind, I'm not playing at this point. He goes, anyone else? And I'm thinking, cheeky bastard. I've just told you, but he's got anyone else?
Yeah.
Then Joey Garner. Joe's like, me, because we brought him in the summer. We both play. For one of my first starts up front as a striker. We win the game 2-1, we both scored. And from January on to the end, I got 12 goals.
Happy days.
In the back last 6 months. But in that, typical me, speak about me in the third person, typical Troy, things are going well, start going back out.
Yeah.
My old man in February, it was my best pal's birthday. My old man got diagnosed with cancer. On the Tuesday, we went out on a Tuesday night, get into a tear-up, get nicked. Tell Dyche about it. He was, devastated, but good as gold. Made it about me, not about him and the team. That summer, my old man dies, I get locked up.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, in the space of 4 months. It's like...
So you were flying high, and all of a sudden, bang. Mm-hmm. And does that all come down to booze?
Yeah.
Did you?
No, that's a cop-out. No.
Did you ever use drugs?
Never.
So just a boozer?
Yeah. My old man did drugs when he bashed me and my mum up, so that scared me off that.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's just about dealing with it, isn't it? Like, I don't know about how your childhood was, but we don't speak about shit. You go to bed and you get up the next day and it's the new day, you crack on. You don't sit and dwell and talk about stuff. But probably give a little bit more context. I was raised by my great-grandma, my nan, my granddad, my dad and my mum, those 5 people. Up until my dad passed away, the 18 months before that, I lost my great-nan, my granddad and my dad in 18 months. Yeah. So then I'm drinking heavy at this point. I'm on like 4, the cans of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
4 of them on the way to work, train, 4 of them on the way back, park the motor up and I'm out. Just because
suppress the feelings.
Yeah, but my network's gone.
Yeah, of course, I get it.
And
who would you turn to then?
No one.
So you could say, was there any tight mates you go, mate, I'm struggling? Because everyone's going through shit, yeah. And even back then, there was nowhere to go and ask. You wouldn't ask another fella, go, mate, I'm emotionally not feeling.
Yeah, can you imagine? I couldn't even imagine it. Even to this day, like a couple of my pals were all, I'm the youngest, all my pals are older than me. We have conversations and it's like,
Sort yourself out.
Yeah.
It's like that, isn't it?
It's like,
get on with it.
you know, you let them have a little 10-minute rant.
Yeah.
Mrs. doing this, work's doing that, the
Then
kids want this. And
Then you
it's
start
like,
taking the piss out.
how did you go? You finished?
Yeah.
And they go, yeah. Fucking pull your socks up then. Off we go.
Yeah.
Like, we've all got shit. Want to hear your shit. Mm. And again, it's a little bit controversial, but I want to get your take on it. I've had a couple of friends who have done themselves over the last 5-6 years.
Taking themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a weird take on it.
Mm.
I can't feel sorry for them. And it sounds bad because I'm aware, you know, and I'm speaking to Jack, as you know, about helping them on certain things. But when I was in there last week,
Jack is just ask
a question. Yeah.
.app. So anyone listening out there who's got if you've got mind health, or if you're thinking about suicide, or you're thinking about you're depressed, or just go onto jack.app, JAAQ.app. It's an unbelievable. It's just everything's filmed of people who've been there, done it with the t-shirt just to help you. It's
you can just ask questions.
Mate, that business is going to be a unicorn business. It's going to be $1 billion business. The way on the route they're going on is unbelievable. Unreal.
No, so it's it is, like you say, it's
helping millions of people right now.
And I asked them when I was in there, like, because it's just a taboo subject for me, suicide. And again, I don't want to ever come across like I'm insensitive. It's just my take on it. It's I think we've all got problems. And, you know, without going into too much details, I always think about, if you're to do yourself, what you're leaving behind. Like you guys in here probably all got shit going on today, right now. If you could do without that, I've probably got about 16 things on I could do without. But if ever I get a little bit of a feeling sorry for myself or whatever, just turn around, look at my kids and go, pull your socks up, son.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't wrap my head around thinking the best thing you can do is call it. Do you know what I mean? Call it a day. Yeah.
I've had 3 mates take their own lives.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And it's a very...
Probably very selfish on my part.
I can't judge. I don't judge. It's your world. Yeah. But when that happens, I think, how low have you been without talking or expressing your feelings or having a mate to bounce off? How low you must have got to get to a point where you want to take your own life.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, in a weird way, it's brave as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine hurting yourself?
No.
I'm scared shit.
Or tying something out and you're going to put your neck into it. No.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
Exactly. And
what people are going through. And that's why I still go back to everyone I be. Just be kind and nice to people.
100%.
Because you don't know what he's going through. Put a big smile on their face. I've got mates who've got big smiles on their faces. They've got a nice motor. They're driving around. They've sold their business. I know they're unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
I know people who are absolute skint.
Mate,
who are unhappy or skint who are really happy.
You're talking
just
to
don't
one
know.
now. To one now. Like, I'm doing all right. Life's all right. Life's good. But this last period, and this is why I wanted to talk to you about it, because it's a longer form. But last 2 years of my life, I've been retired.
Do you feel lost?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I did the SAS show.
Yeah. Because
I got everything. Yeah. I do life on needs and wants.
Yeah.
When I needed things, I'm going to get it done. There's a need, there's a fucking emotional thing there that I need to get this done to survive. Wants are what it is now. Yeah. What do I want to do? I mean, the average is I don't really want to do fucking anything. I'm a lazy bastard. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
That's
at my core,
too, right?
At my core, I'm a lazy bastard.
Yeah.
I've done 19 years as a pro.
Have you got enough money that you can last you for life?
Yeah. But it's like
beautiful.
Again,
are you clever with money?
No. Absolutely.
Because that's the bit where most footballers or most rugby players, they finish, they're lost. They're like, I've lost signing autographs. I've lost being the buzz of, I've got all this dough in. I'm not good with money. No, people talk about earning money, but people never talk about saving money.
Investing
and saving money is the key.
And it's boring.
Yeah.
That's the bit no one wants to talk about. It's a boring, strict lifestyle. But when I say I'm good with money, it's like, it depends on what your variation of good is, right? Can I drive a nice motor for the rest of my life? And is the house paid off? Yeah.
Yeah. They're the two nicest luxuries. House paid off, and you haven't got your motor on tick.
Yeah,
like it's paid.
Yeah, but I want other shit. I want
what?
I want the kids to go into the private best schools, and they all go private school, all good. But I want them going, and like my son wants to be a chef now. He's 16. I want to be able to go right. Once you've done all the steps, let's say 4 or 5 years from now, here you go. There's 70 grand. There's 80 grand. Go and start that off. Do you know what I mean? I want that. Like
sometimes giving like that. They
doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I'm not saying it's right. And this is the great bit about these conversations, right? Because there'll be parents watching this go, oh, he's got it wrong. Well, if you knew what you was fucking doing, you'd write one book and we'd all buy it off you. No one knows what a good parent is.
Well, no one's taught how to be a dad.
No.
one's taught business.
No.
And with this whole country's running on 99% of small businesses trying to earn a pound note. And that's why the majority of businesses are losing money and folding up and folding.
100%.
And that's why the unemployment rate's doing that. But no one's talking about this. Because no one's ever taught at school how to do business, how to be an entrepreneur, how to set up a business, how to build a business, how to create a brand.
We were talking about this last night with my wife, right? Literally last night. So I worked the Spurs game last night. So I got home about 11:30. And we just have that, that half-hour chat before you go to bed. And I was saying, like, our kids are in a wonderful position where they've got everything. Yeah. My biggest concern is they ain't got this. They ain't got the heart. They ain't got the accountability of, right, if things go tits up, I've got to make it happen. Because weirdly, it's my fault. Because they'll go, he'll fix it.
He'll pay for it.
That fella will fix it. Whether it pay for it, whether it's go, right, come on, then you need to get in the gym. Or, right, come on, then we need to go. And whatever it might be. I'm always going to be that leader in that regard. The whole thing about being lost, just to circle back, is like in football, and you know this in business, you're right, you've got to be here at this time. You've got to do that. You've got to do this. Shit, if you want to stay in this position, you've got to work a bit harder. You've got to live it. You've got to breathe it. That's 17, 18, 19 years of my life while playing catch up for not having that before. So always watching, dedicated to football. That finishes at 35. There's no after plan. There's no aftercare. It's, you've been trapped in this box. Go on in.
Yeah.
And the box is removed.
Yeah.
So at first, you're like, fucking mint. I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to play golf with the lads. Yeah. You have 5 games of golf, 3 holidays. It's a bit shit, isn't it?
It gets boring.
35.
Take up paddle tennis. There you go.
But I'm 35. And then I'm going into the house. Mrs. has got her life. She's doing what she's doing. The kids are at school.
You're waiting for the time to pick them up.
And I'm looking at me and the dog. It's just me and the dogs. I'm like, well, is this what retirement looks like?
Yeah.
So then that little bit of lost.
So what is it? So what is it that triggers you? Because you've got to find something that go, I was good at that as a kid, or I want to do that as I'm massive passionate about it. How can I turn that into a little business? Yeah. Or a little hustle on the side? I've got 4 businesses now.
What are they? Off the back of it. So I got a hotel in Manchester.
What, bought outright? Or
it's doing all right.
You don't know, you partners with people in it?
Yeah, there's like 4 of us that own it, but yeah, that does well for itself. Got a football factory back home, which is literally an old warehouse which we've turned into 5-a-side pitches and 4-a-side pitches.
What, in Birmingham?
Yeah, Tamworth in Birmingham. We got that, and then obviously got the property because that's what I used to be in. I hope my ex-missus don't watch this. She might come for some more. But
beep that bit out.
But just try to make things big. But it's
what excites you.
That's a great question. This goes back to, and just for the people that don't know, like I'm been sober now for 15, 16 months.
Whoa. 15, 16 months, clean?
Yeah, clean, yeah.
Respect, mate.
Thank you very much.
Massive respect.
Thank you.
I want to hold that thought. Carry on what you're saying there, but I want to hold that thought. Go on.
Because I don't know whether you had this, but everything associated with a good time had a drink involved.
Absolutely. So
now I'm going through this phase of what do I actually like? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What is it that I enjoy?
What excites you?
And the feeling, genuine truth right now, I ain't really found that thing yet. But the exciting bit is I've always asked myself the question, why not? So like do the business venture, pushing yourself to limits, why not? And I'm my worst critic. Like there's nothing any person on planet Earth can ever say to me that hits there harder than I'm going to do it. And perfect example, Sunday. What day are we on now? Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it is. Your birthday, more importantly.
Thank you, mate.
Happy birthday, sir. But
37.
Yes, I've put 35.
For life. For life. 37 for life, mate.
Anyone else, every year, 37. No, I Sunday I had a big bite to eat, had a full grub, watched the football, watched the NFL because I'm big into American football, had a load of snacks, ate shit. I had just one of them I'm doing fuck all days. Woke up Monday morning, I was like, you fat bastard, get to it. Yeah. From Monday, back on it, back in the gym, cleaning back
Flip
up.
The switch.
Yeah, because
you know you can.
I can do it. Yeah, but it's finding that little thing now that's like, okay, what makes me get up and go, right, you're getting it, other than me. Because we'll all have those days, and don't think people talk about this. You will have it where you don't want to do it, but you just get it done.
Do it. Well, that's where the discipline comes.
Yeah, but I think now
get it done. But you need to show urgency as well. I always talk about being aggressively patient.
All right.
Aggressively patient in business. Like, business takes time.
Yeah.
Like, I love building businesses. As you know, I built lots and lots of business from the startups. Never been no venture capitalist, no bank money. Built 5 businesses over the last 30 years in the sports world, in the media world, and everything that we're doing. And now, obviously, this world. But business takes time, but people want it urgently. Now with all social media, everything's instant gratification. Bam, 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 bam. And there's people up there in luminous cars behind them, fast cars, and they're walking on a plane. I don't buy into it. People who don't understand business may buy into that, and what it's doing is suppressing them. People are looking at it and going, why am I not got that? Why not got that? There's not many proper entrepreneurs out there that I see are just going real and raw. And that's why we do the mentorship.
Okay.
The mentorship is where I'm with you.
Sorry, I'm sweating.
I'm with you, and this is where we're going with it. I can help you across everything that you're doing with your businesses. Take it to whether it's $1 million, take it to 3 million, to 5 million, 7 million. It might be talking about relationships. Might be talking about your building new businesses, creating, expanding, taking it from 10 grand a week to 50 grand. There's all this stuff that we do. So
I've got a question.
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you.
And I'm passionate about
it. I can tell.
Because this is all I know.
Yeah.
I've never had a job. I've just built businesses. And going back to your point there of waking up, go and build something. It's all right going by a hotel, wicked. You're going to have your guaranteed money. Touch wood, guaranteed coming in. That is doing well. But actually going to build a brand is a beautiful thing, because every day you're getting up and
it's a challenge.
You ain't watching TV. You're watching your sport. You ain't watching Netflix and wasting time.
No.
You're building something. And
mate, I'm not even blowing smoke with you guys, and this is what I was going to tell you before. It's a perfect segue into it. Again, I believe it's like the universe works. I'm not highly spiritual. I grew up a Catholic, Christian. Obviously still hold those values, but I do believe that, like, the universe. I've kind of taught myself now. My granddad and my old man are going, don't go right, go left.
Yeah.
So I mean, every time I've got these crossroads. I went for a dinner about a month ago. A friend of mine, Alan Graham, and his partner, 40 years married. They've had this nice dinner. Just a couple of friends. Our mutual friend was there. We were trying to have a chat all night, but it just didn't happen. Fast forward, he sends me a message. He goes, right, what, he's come and do an interview with me, sit down, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no bother, I'll be there. I walk into this room. I got a mentor, like business coach, who's helping me as well. Might have to fuck him off and use you in a minute, but sorry, Neil, if you watch this. But basically, he sent me your interview that I think it was on Spotify, but I think you've just brought it out on YouTube now with the entrepreneur. Sorry, I forget his name.
2 of us bouncing, was it?
Yeah,
okay.
But it was about e-commerce, marketing and strategies, and the difference between marketing and sales. And he sent me all of that, because where we're going through now just going into year 2 of businesses, we've done all of the first year, and then I realised after like 6 months, all my contracts were wank, all my T's and C's weren't. So I basically had to reset and do all of the basics again. And we're now going into that marketing and sales area of the business. So he sent me that.
Oh, he sent my podcast to you, did it?
Me,
oh, okay.
Literally 2 days before this interaction happened. So then I walk into this to do this interview. You're on the phone with our mutual friend, and literally he's like, "Oh, Dodge's on it." I was like, "Mate, that's fucking weird." I'm literally just watching him on the way in.
Yeah.
Puts on the phone. You go, "Do you fancy doing the podcast?"
Yeah.
You know what? That's fucking weird. I'm in London all this week.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And now we're here.
Yeah. And how does it work out? Right. I want say where we are.
Yeah, mate.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
You're in Bournemouth. I'm filming in Southampton this afternoon.
Perfect.
Couldn't make. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't make it.
But that's what happens when the stars align.
Yeah.
Things all come in at the right time.
So they're like, it was like to me, right then, you could either be a lazy bastard and get up at 10, or left the house at 6:30 this morning, get here, we do this, and let's have a great conversation.
Yeah,
but it's like how things align. Do you know what I mean? It's just mad.
But those things align when you're clean.
Yeah.
When 100%. You're clean and you're in the present, next thing, 16 months clean, these things align.
Oh, 100%.
More people want to be around you.
Yeah.
Because when you're boozed up, not everyone...
Do you know what I get as well?
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I keep...
Go on,
I
on.
apologise. It is your show.
No, mate, it's all about you.
I like that. I get a lot of people say to me of late, over the last 15, 16 months, "You're a lot nicer now."
Yeah.
Or the first time I mean, didn't expect you to be like that. I'm like, what did you think I was going to be? And they're like, the presentation's always been aggressive.
Yeah.
Always been like, I'm going to dominate, as opposed to actually who I am at my core is quite a nice, normal bloke. I try and do normal shit. Like I drove. You're like this. Yesterday, I'm in the house. I'm waiting. I'm a bit like got ants in my pants. I'm going to go to the Spurs game. Don't want to be there too early and be keen, but also don't want to be late.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, the train's an hour because you got to get fucking 8 trains to get through London, don't you? Or you get a taxi, which is an hour and 25.
Ball ache to get to that round.
Or it's 45 minutes on the bike. You know them fucking not the line bike, the TLC.
Oh
bikes.
yeah. Oh, do you take one of them?
Jumped on one of them, yeah. Just bump. I'm cycling through. Mate, I'm driving past people and they're like London Bridge and that. And they're going. Pulled up to next to a geezer in a taxi and he went,
"Is that you?
Yeah, fuck you doing?" I went, "I just fancied riding a bike."
Quantity.
I just cycled the bike all the way there. Fair play to the lads in the car park as well.
Yeah.
They looked after the bikes and then I drove back, which was, I try and do
real.
normal shit.
It's real.
Yeah. Normal shit.
People biting that.
Yeah.
Never look, people bite, bless his soul, Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, God bless him.
God bless his soul.
Real legend.
Proper legend. But people bought into him because he's real. He'd go down the chippy on a Friday night, he'd go down the booze and have a pint with the boys, and he's real. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? That's what people love.
And again, that's the bit to me, like it's even, just doubling back to the suicidal chat, 'cause I believe that's what they're suggesting it might be. And if I'm wrong, I apologise, but I believe that's the talk that's coming out. Even in that, Ricky Hatton, as we said, legend, but struggled to be Ricky Hatton the person without being Ricky Hatton the boxer, the fame. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a really, really difficult for me to wrap my head around. I understand it to a degree, but you've got everything.
Yeah.
So what's the goal? And I was going to ask you. You said about being aggressively patient. I'm obsessed at the minute with the start point, because you'll hear everyone talk about processes, procedures, 5-year plans, you name all these fucking bullshit. Yeah. Bullshit. But no one ever says, right, day one, what do we need to do?
It depends what business you got.
But it also reverts back to life.
An idea. Well, if you've got an idea, you need to act today. Don't piss around. The amount of people I know keep talking about their idea, but they're stuck in a piss-boring job they don't like.
Yeah. So you've got an idea today. You've got your West Ham badge there. We'll get onto them in a minute. That'll be another hour podcast.
There'll be loads of beeps in that. Beep, beep, beep. What are you doing at London Stadium?
So you're taking over West Ham today, right?
Yeah.
You've got to take over. Pardon me. Their marketing team today. You don't know what you're walking into. You don't know what it is. But what's Dodge coming in, and what does he do day one?
I would find out what's going on with the club. Who's making the decisions? Where's the communication between the fans and the owners? All that I've seen. If I looked in and I was going to do it, I see there's a massive split.
Yeah.
The owner, Sullivan, don't want to speak to the fans. The fans are getting infuriated. It feels a little bit like the country at the moment.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It feels like the way the country is of our Prime Minister.
I want to ask you on that as well.
Yeah.
I'm not a political guy.
Nor am I.
I
don't want to talk politics.
No, never. I think it's all bollocks. Yeah.
I'd rather stay away from politics.
But I just think everything at the moment is so fucking divisive.
Yeah.
It's separating groups and
people getting angry, mate. Do you know why people get angry? Because there's loads of things. It's something, the written rule, and no one's ever spoken about this. And I've been in the nightclub world. And as you know, I own a festival, 30,000 people, part in a field of 3 days, celebrities, teams, Have
it off
for 18 years. And now I'm in the media world the last 5 years. But no one's spoken about the unwritten rule of cash. Now, if you think you're a builder...
You started speaking about this on the previous one.
Was I?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but I'm passionate about this. Yeah, because you're a builder. You're getting 300 quid a week, 400 quid a week. Yep. Happy days. Well, I'm going to put that in. That's my beer money.
Yeah.
Every builder would have had 10, 15, 20 grand stashed.
Of course.
Every restaurateur owner will have 20, 30 grand. Every nightclub person, 100 grand stashed. Yeah. The big companies, your Amazons, your Facebooks, your Metas, they're not paying tax. They're getting away with it because they're finding ways of not paying tax. The British public, if you were a florist, if you were a hairdresser, if you had a cafe, you would have your rainy day money. All of a sudden, that's been taken away from you. So now you're trying to make your business work with no rainy day money, your fun money that you take the kids on holiday with, or you'd buy the missus a nice present, or prop yourself up because a rainy day, if that goes tits up, okay, at least I've got this little pot. Cash been taken out of the system now where everyone's just tapping. Everyone who taps now, for example, you get charged 2%. So you're getting stung again. And the taxes are going up. And the corporation tax of your profit from 19% to 25%, you're getting squeezed at every angle. every angle. Like it's madness, and I'm seeing it as someone's been around the block in this world. People are getting squeezed and becoming more unhappy. And what it's making, it's more divisive. It's making people not enjoy the government.
Yeah.
My words right.
Of course.
Pain in the arse. They think the government are squeezing us. They're not communicating with us. We're not liking the decisions you're making. Business used to be good in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, up to 19. Okay, the pandemic hit. We're trying to make ends meet. Businesses are going out, being knocked. Schools, private schools are getting closed down. Pubs are getting closed down. Restaurants are getting closed down. Nightclubs are getting closed down. But
the one business that's thriving through all that is their business.
Yeah.
Is the government.
Yeah, but do you
know what I mean?
We won't go into that. But you've got to remember, the government are getting paid. If you're part of the civil service and you're getting paid by the council, that's the safest job you can have in the world. No one's sacking you unless you're caught doing something really, really bad. No one's sacking you.
Yeah, and I just mean that their business doing well, because on that, everyone's still paying the tax. You're still paying. That's still going into their pot. But again,
going back to West Ham.
Yeah. No, but I'll take it away from all of that. It's just, I think at the minute, everything's so fucking divisive. It's like...
It's ready to explode.
It is. And again, this is like a worldview, but my old man used to tell me the seesaw is weighted against you. Does that mean you don't want to go on it? And I was like, I didn't get it for a while. But he used to say to me, like, yeah, it might be harder for you because you're from a fucking character state. So what? So what? Get up, do the work, show up. All right. And my dad had a big thing on, your last name is your first name. So if you're a Deeney, you represent your whole fucking family. Sorry for the language. But you represent your whole family. So if you're an arsehole, everyone in your family to that person or that family is the Deeneys are arseholes.
Yeah.
Related. So turn up on time.
Yeah.
Be respectful.
Yeah.
Shake hands like a man.
Yeah.
They were the three things.
And look someone in the eye.
Yeah. But if that was part of the shaking hands. Yeah.
You do a deal, you do a deal. My old man's exactly the same. Have a listen to episode 245.
Yeah.
My old man comes on. He's a well-respected man.
Yeah.
Run boozers in London. We all lived above pubs in London, little flat above pubs. We had a nightclub next door. We had two Alsatians. We had a Doberman. We had cockatoo called Bubbles, who used to squawk, "I'm forever playing Bubbles. I'm forever playing Bubbles." We had a pet monkey.
A pet monkey?
Yeah, mate. Mate, you couldn't have written this story.
Who asked for that?
Mate, you couldn't have written
Christmas list.
My old man, right, was a bodybuilder back in the day. So do you remember the old sort of bodybuilding training trousers, the baggy ones and the baggy ones with the branding on the side and stuff. And he was a tough hard man who was well respected in London, and that was his thing. But we had all these animals in a 2-bed flat, like a council flat, living above a pub in London.
Brilliant.
On the River Thames, like a nightclub next door, and that's why I earned my trade as a young kid, earning money.
You've seen it and you look...
We're having police raids, we're having doormen, dusters, all the craziness, but that's all I knew. You know, you're going back to all you knew. I just thought it was the norm. This is great. There was a load of cash. Everyone was abundant. Everyone had cash. Everyone was wheeling and dealing. People were serving up people. There's nothing you couldn't get. Yeah. You couldn't sell.
Exactly.
It was just brilliant days, but we didn't know any different, like you said.
Yeah.
You know?
And then now, obviously, you look a bit, you go, oh, it's a bit
people look in and go, that's a nice story.
But I think going back to the point is, I think the beauty of conversations is, right, let's say you have a view and I have a view, and it's black and white. Beauty of a conversation is that grey area where we can both, if we're being respectful, we can both go, do you know what? Didn't understand everything that you said, but you've taught me a little bit. I'll think about that next time. Yeah. And that's the beauty of the grey area. And I just think where life's going at the minute, it's black or white. And we're doing this like pointing out thing. Like, I don't know. Let's say I imagine we both had a tear up at some point in our lives. I present myself publicly as Troy Deeney, never got in trouble. Yeah. And you go, you've had a punch up. And I'm going, oh my God, look at him. And someone goes, what about you? No.
Nothing to
don't look at me. We were talking about Dodgy. And I just think, fucking hell, like, we're so quick now as a...
But it doesn't have to be.
No, and this is my point. I don't understand why.
It doesn't have to be black or white.
Yeah.
I go about my world just staying in my bubble.
In your bubble?
Yeah, I have to, man. Because
is that a conscious decision or a life's made that happen?
No. It's a conscious decision. Because I don't watch the news.
Neither do I.
Never watch the news. But this last year, I started watching... Not the news. I started watching things, real life stuff, what's happening on the streets. I'm like, my God, this is real. This is bubbling. So what I try to do, I'm lucky enough to have nice things in life. I'm not into the posh watches and sports cars. I've got nice things. I've got a nice family. I just stay in my bubble. Got a nice little 11-year-old boy. Teach him values in life. Teach him look in the eye. Teach him how to negotiate. Teach him sales, marketing, branding. All the stuff we don't get taught as an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Stay in the bubble. Nice mates, nice food, couple of glasses of vino, stay fit and do the podcasting, do my festival and try not to listen to the noise.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the noise gets in, it can affect your mind. I don't want my mind affected. I don't want that little man on my shoulder, my subconscious mind going,
what about that?
What's happening in Birmingham? We've seen what's going on now. What's that? What's your future going to be like? Because it's all at the moment, all the chat is doom and gloom. It's boring.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Into this new phase of life is like, come off social media for about, 15, 16 months. Don't see anything. Just do my work, go home. Never really been one for the news. My dad used to call it politics. Yeah. So he said, don't never watch that shit. So we never watched that as kids. So, yeah, I'm a bit like you, but I'm in this, like, how do you uplift? It's kind of where I'm at. But I had a real thing about being selfish. Yeah. Because when it comes to work or sport or football, I can be the most selfish person in the world. Yeah, I can get stuff.
Yeah.
But away from that, I'm very generous.
Yeah.
I like to look after everyone. I like everyone to have a good time. But now, probably since COVID, to be fair, you had to have that little reset, a little adjustment. And fucking, hold on a second, what's going on here? Yeah. Like, again, I'm no problem saying it to you because you understand it. But my bills at COVID was 70 grand a month. Was my outgoings.
70 grand.
70 grand a month. Yeah.
Well, how'd you break that down?
Houses, properties, investments,
what, are you talking,
lifestyle.
Are we talking staff? Running a business?
Like 70 bags for 70 me, bags for you. Mum's house, Nan's house, you name it. Like everyone's...
What, you're paying all the mortgages for everyone?
Yeah, but all of it in...
70 G's a month.
70 G's a month. And then you obviously get into lockdown and we did a little thing at Watford where I think most teams ended up doing it, but we like furloughed our money for like 6 months. Yeah. So then you go, all right, well, we've still got a few quid put away, but...
Still got to cover those bills.
Yeah, but it also gives me a time to be like, all right, what's the bigger picture looking like here? Yeah. And then literally since then, over the time, it's been like, well, I'm starting to say no.
That's powerful to say no as well.
Cause some problems to start with, but now I'm like, nah,
I'm boundaries.
doing
You've
that.
got to have boundaries because when you have a pound note, people think you could lend them 10 grand, think you can look after them.
Yeah.
And that's the other bit. Once you've earned your money, it's about trying to protect it. People are earning money. You get to a point where you've earned your dough. It's like, fuck man, I need to protect it now. I need to protect it from the government. I need to protect it from the banks. I need to protect it someone nicking.
Did you ever have a number? I think I'm just asking more if this is a football thing, but everyone had a number they wanted to earn in football. So when I first started, obviously we said about Walsall, if I could get to 10 grand a week, like in my head, that was set. Yeah. Like no one's got to work. I take care of everyone.
That's 500 grand a year.
Yeah, but then when you hit that, again, 500 grand a year now, unfortunately, I hope people don't think we're being dismissive, but 500 grand a year isn't big money, is it? Let's be really honest, for the lifestyles that we currently contain. Yeah. But when I had £180 a week, 500 grand was hitting the lottery. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then you get to that 10 grand and you're like, oh shit.
Here's a question for you.
Go on.
You're in the changing rooms, you're on 5 grand a week on a 4-year contract. Did that 5 grand a week guarantee change at all in that 4 years before you renewed your contract?
Only if I hit certain targets, it went up. It never goes down.
No, but you'd always be 5 grand guaranteed. Yeah. But then you have your goal bonus.
No, but you might be like you play
X amount of
30 games in, and then the following year, as soon as you hit the 30 game,
it triggers.
That goes up to 8 grand a week.
Okay,
but these are all preset in.
Okay, so that 5 grand a week year one at Watford. In year 4, before you renewed your contract, how much were you guaranteed?
Mine was all 5 grand because I just wanted the guarantee.
Guaranteed 5. Okay, done. Yeah. When you renewed, what did that 5 grand to jump to?
My first renewal. So I didn't sign a new contract until year 2 because obviously I went to jail. No, sorry, year 3 of the contract. So I was going into the place. So I went to jail. I come out, and I got a whole new mindset. I'm like, I'm never going to fuck this up again. You're getting it. And the best thing that happened to me again after coming out of jail, I was on tag. So I was 7 till 7. Yeah. So again, I'm driving from Birmingham to London, but I'm waiting at the door like 6:59. As soon as it goes 7, bang, I'm in the motor. I get there for like 8, half 8. Depending on who's listening and how fast I was driving. But I get there between 8 and half 8. Yeah. As soon as I'm in, I'm working. do all the day, and then I knew I had to leave at 4:45 to make sure I was in because of M25 traffic, M1 traffic, you name it. But for those 3 months, that's all I did. Straight out the door, bang. I'm in bed by 8 o'clock because I'm in at 7.
Were you clean at this point? Were you boozing?
Nah, no. I was still. I wasn't drinking in those 3 months
because you couldn't go out to the club. So you were having a couple of drinks at home.
No, I'm never a house drinker. Never sat in a house and had a beer. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, just
boring.
Like I don't get it.
Yeah,
like, if I'm going to have a tear up, like a proper drink. Like I want to be around people. Yeah, I want to see people. I want to interact. I want to do all that. I want to hear music. I don't want to be in charge of doing the music myself on Spotify. No, that's fucking boring. So yeah, I did that for 3 months. But in that 3-month period, Watford had been taken over. We had loads of players. Gianfranco Zola was the manager.
So when you come out of Nick, Gianfranco Zola was the manager?
Yeah.
Was he?
So I went from Sean Dyche, 18, 20 players we had, to coming out in September.
They brought loads, didn't they?
42 players we had when I walked in. And Gianfranco was the manager. All the backroom staff changed. All of the normal administration, like 75% of them had changed because the ownership model had changed.
Okay.
And the way,
Did he know who you were?
We played West Ham the year because West Ham were in the Championship. Remember, they get promoted. We played West Ham at Upton Park, and I played really well. And he was there.
Did you start?
Yeah, I started, but I was right wing.
Okay.
Like I weren't played as a striker, but I played really well in that game. We lost 2-1. But he was there, invited as a guest. So again, this is why I believe I was there, and you'll understand what I'm saying. So I'm in Nick, whatever, I've seen in the paper, reading the Sun, and that freaking Watford sign, Jesus Christ. And then a week before I come out, they have to put they put the squad listing. So lads get to ask for their numbers and blah, blah. And Matty Vidra, who's a legend as a bloke, he went, can I be the number 9? But in all this turmoil of getting the squad, changing over the ownership, getting the manager in, getting all the players in, fixing everything up, no one had noticed that I weren't there.
Oh, mate. Okay.
So literally a week before I'm due to come home on tag, Matty Vidra said, I want to be number 9. And someone's gone, who the fuck's number 9? They've gone, you can have it. And he's gone, well, Deeney's got it.
Yeah.
And they're like, who the fuck's Deeney?
Yeah.
Like, no one had noticed in that period of time that I weren't there because there was so much chaos happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turns out what saved me was they hadn't given me a written warning. They hadn't given me nothing.
So your contract was still there?
My contract was still there. I hadn't been paid in that time. And obviously I'm never going to kick off and go, you owe me the dough. But what happened was no one had noticed. So they worked out it would take at least 3 weeks to get me out of the contract because you got to give me a written warning. I got to have all the HR stuff.
Yeah.
So they went, right, let's have a look. Let him come back in. Let him train. Let's have a look. And the day I went in, I went and sat with Gianfranco. He told me, obviously, saw you at West Ham. You were great, blah, 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 blah. He's like, but look, mate, we've got 9 strikers. You're the 9th striker. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to struggle. And I just did what you did there. Started laughing.
Yeah.
And he went, Gianfranco, lovely bloke. That was my English badge. You not understand that? I said, no, I understand. But give me a week. He's like, what do you mean? I went, give me a week. By the end of that week, I played in a pre-season, like a mini game for the others against QPR. Scored in that. And then I've come on the bench the following week.
Brilliant.
And then the week after that, that was on the midweek. And then the week after that, I scored the winner. And the rest is history.
Unbelievable, really.
But yeah.
Amazing.
But it's because Gianfranco was willing to go, okay,
fair play,
give him a
chance.
It a go. Yeah.
Fair play to Gianfranco. What a player.
What a bloke.
What a bloke, what a player, what everything.
What a businessman.
Yeah.
You know he's got the ice cream.
Mm.
He does a few quid on the ice cream. We don't like to talk. Sorry, Gaffer, but
I want to roll back a bit. Why did you get banged up?
Fighting.
Okay, whereabouts?
Broad Street.
Broad Street.
Yeah.
What happened that night?
I touched on it a little bit earlier. Again, I'm always conscious as well. I do have to say this, Dodge, and I hope you give me the space to do it. But when I'm telling this story, this is my story. This is not to glamorise it, because I'm confident there's a family on the end of it.
Yes.
There's a victim on the end of it that sit and have to hear this.
Yes.
Probably heard this story 1,000 times, and their point of view of it would be, I'm being rewarded for my bad behaviour. Do you get my point?
Yeah.
So I want to be really conscious. I've said sorry for my actions a billion times, and I'm sure I'll say it again. I'm sorry for my actions who I was then versus who I am now are not the same. And I hope you're doing all right in life as whatever you guys do and how you're moving forward as a family. So my old man on the Tuesday, as I said, went to the hospital with him, found out he got cancer, was terminal, cancer of the esophagus. My best mate's birthday was on that same night. Fucking dropped my old man, as soon as he found out, was like, drop me to the pub. Got me at the pub by 2. I'm like, Dad, you just found out you got cancer, like, you're not going to go. He's like, no, because if I don't go to Boozer, they're going to know something's up. Yeah. So drop me there. So he goes and he drinks. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna drink then. So I went out all day, all night, steaming, walking down Broad Street, go to the motorbike. I'm on the phone at this time, like BlackBerry, I assume, trying to nick something on the way home. And someone goes, your brother's there. My brother was younger than me, Ellis, but like I didn't know he was out with us. But someone said, your brother's fighting there. And all I heard was brother fighting. And I turned round. And you know when like you're pissed and you're a bit blurry, but you really quickly sharp and focus. And I just seen like a melee happening. And all I thought is, our kid's in there. And I just lost my temper and just steamrolled through and hit any and everyone until I found him. But again, I believe that I was supposed to go to jail. I genuinely believe that.
Were you at a point where that was the turning point to go, Jesus, he needs to calm down, he needs to slow down, otherwise... I know you got a 10-monther. You did 3 months, I think it was.
3 and 3, yeah.
If that hadn't happened, something bigger could have happened. You might have got a 10-yearer.
Well, funny you say that, right? So in the court, you know, obviously I pled guilty anyway.
Yeah.
So my legal advice was to plead guilty because obviously you can't change it in court. In court, the judge was like, why is this not GBH? He was going to give me a minimum of 3.5 years. Minimum. But I believe it was to happen because this side of the street is where the cameras are, and there's all a row of black cabs.
Yeah.
And as I hit the individual on the floor, it parted. Like the cabs, obviously someone must have bumped into the cabs. They've all started moving, but literally at that moment of impact, it's blatantly me. It's blatantly, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I again, not to, belittle it in any way, shape or form, but I genuinely believe that was meant to happen. Because, again, if that stays short, I probably can fight it and go, that weren't me, you've got no proof.
Yeah.
But as soon as we see the video, it's like...
What did you get then? You didn't get a GBH. What did you...
A fray.
A fray.
Mm-hmm.
When he gave you 10 months, were you happy? Knowing that
I was numb.
Longer, or...
I was numb.
Okay.
I was numb. Like I say, I buried my dad on the Friday, went to jail on the Monday.
Is that close?
So I was very, like, at this point...
How old were you at the time?
21.
21.
Yeah, who cares? That's, again, not big enough. Who cares? You just took my superhero away.
Yeah.
So I mean, my granddad's gone, my nan's gone.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? That's genuinely how it was.
Self-destruction at that point, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then, obviously, you get banged up, the door shuts, and then it's like that survival switch. You're like, all right.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah, let's get on with it. And then that brought me into, like, therapy. I had to do therapy, and I had to do the alcohol awareness, and, like, all these things to do to get out. And then got me starting to, reflect on myself, like, do you want to go down that route? Is that what you want to do? Type.
Have you ever seen the lad?
Nah. Only thing I know is his old man was, obviously you and Doc, his old man was there and stared at me the whole time. And my arrogant self was just watched him the whole time.
Yeah, okay.
Not to be, it was just like, at that time, like, you're not going to outstare me.
Yeah, okay.
You're not going to, like,
yeah.
But really,
21 years old,
now,
deep down, a little boy inside. You're a little boy inside, but giving it the big one.
Of course.
So I've gone through this, and this. Yeah, okay.
Don't you judge me, was kind of what it was. But then now, my lad's 16. If it was the other way around, fuck me, I need more than that glass to keep me there. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that again as like giving it the big one. It's just like, at that time, my mindset was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, my world's already crumbling.
Have you ever bumped into the lad that happened that night?
No, I don't think so.
And if you did, would you be open arms to have a chat with him?
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always, yeah. Like, again, I don't know what there's to talk about. Maybe he could give me his point of view.
Just give his point of view.
And then I have to stand there and speak. That wouldn't be much of a conversation. That'd just be...
Would that make you feel better? Or would you rather go, do you know what? It was what it was.
You know what, Dodge, without sounding nasty, like, it is what it is.
Yeah, okay.
I'm over it. The only reason I talk about the situation is to help others.
Others, if they caught up.
Yeah,
I get
like, you know.
We're all different.
Yeah.
It's
not, I don't, I'm going to sound harsh, I don't go to bed thinking about it. Yeah. It is what it is. It's part of my life. And I've spent the last 12 years trying to give a different version of me.
Yeah.
You know, I know that's always going to be there, so we can't do a podcast or do a charitable thing without someone going former convict.
Yeah.
That's part of my life, so I have to talk about it. But what I do like to talk about now is
what you're doing forward.
What we're doing.
What was the feeling like when you come out of Nick? Did any of the fans jump on that at all?
Oh yeah.
What sort of abuse would you get in away stadiums?
All sorts. Again, I'm playing with a tag as well, so.
So you actually had a physical tag?
Yeah. So
how long was that tag?
3 months.
So it was around your ankle for 3 months?
Yeah, playing.
Did the refs have to say anything? Say, mate, you can't play that, or you got?
No, I had to go in, and it's funny because it's a little bit different now, but they've changed it. But you used to have to go in. The captains and the managers have to go in, give the team sheets, have a little tour, and then I'd come in afterwards because I wasn't captain at this point, and then it'd like look at how it was strapped up, or if there was anywhere a stud could get to. And I remember like having chats with the refs, and they were like, they didn't teach us this in the manual.
Okay.
Like, this is not part of the handbook. We don't really know what we're doing. So, just made sure it was bandaged up. And the hardest parts were like, I could never stay over. So I had to travel on the day to everywhere. I remember doing Blackburn on the day. Excuse me, that was a bit of a graft. Cardiff on the day. I did Cardiff on the day.
What do you mean?
Because obviously I'm on tag.
Yeah, you're on tag. What do you mean Cardiff on a day? So you'd be, instead of skipping over, you'd have to come straight back down.
I'd be from house, leave, go play the game, and then have to be back.
And was there any other times you were after 7 p.m? You're like, listen, I had a away match, I couldn't do anything, or?
Nah, they weren't happy I was out, basically. The judge wasn't. So they were very uncomfortable. Like, they made it very difficult to jump through the hoops to get it done. There was one of the times as well, we played Cardiff, and it was a 7:30 or 7:45 kickoff, and we'd argued for like a week to get this time moved, and I had to be back at 3 p.m. It was like a 3.5 hour drive at that time to get back. Freaking get it all done. I get there, get to the hotel. I'm here, Gaffer, you're ready to go. You're on the bench. I was fucking fuming. I'm like, do you know how much you just had to go through to get this?
Yeah.
It doesn't bring me on. He's like, oh, you got to do the running at the end of the game. I was like, fucking no. To Javraga, no chance, mate. I got to get home. Got hit in traffic, and I just made it in at 2:58. I just made it in, but because it was getting kicked. I don't know if anyone's been on tag. If that gets hit, they think you try to take it off.
Yeah. Try to unscrew it. Yeah.
So the phone, but the phone goes off back at the house, and obviously if you don't pick the phone up, they suggest you're trying to leave. Okay. So imagine my thing's been kicked 5, 6, 7 times a game. So every time I had to explain to them, and it was just paperwork after paperwork.
Going back to your contract,
I
want to know when you went for that $5,000. What did it jump up to next?
The first one went to 21,000.
Happy days.
Yeah, I went to 21,000.
And so, what did you after that 4-year contract? How many years in did you renew the contract that they wanted you to stay at?
Every year.
Okay.
I renewed 5 years in a row.
So they gave you 1 year contracts?
No, still 5-year contract.
5 year, but each year you
But then I understood business then.
Yeah, okay.
So I understood if I do well, I get paid. Jab Franco taught me this.
Yeah.
You do well, you get paid.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but what does do well mean? Because mine do well could be paid. He's like, no. Score goals, you get paid. So under Jab Franco, it was the first time in my career I ever scored 20 goals.
Yeah.
I get paid. I go from the 5K a week to 21.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it. Made it. Yeah, made it. Smashing it out of the park here.
So that's your first £1 million contract?
Yeah, just short of $1 million.
Yeah, just short of $1 million, yeah.
And then...
happy days, by the way.
Oh, mate.
Happy days. Like,
this is how quick it changed in the football. I was looking for a new house in Solihull at the time. I was in Chelmsford. I was still getting into trouble. So I was one eye, let me get out of there. And looking for a house. Agent phones, but deal's done. Got to sign it tomorrow, but all done, locked in. Bum, bum, bum. Happy days. He goes, he said to me, I need to get you out the house. So I was looking at properties for like 400-500 grand, and my budget went to 1.2 million.
Yeah.
As you know, when you're looking for gaffs, it's like fucking
happy days. Some of that.
Yeah.
So then your mind starts ticking. What does 2 million look like?
There you go. So I bought this house, got a couple of motors. Again, I've got all the cars, all the clothes, you name it. I've got the lot. And but I still had this work rate of like, all right, now I want to keep it. And then the second year, I scored 25, but we finished 14th, 15th. It was
Still in the championship.
Still in the championship,
yeah, okay.
but I scored 25 goals. And then like Villa, Newcastle, West Ham, Celtic, they all were sniffing around.
Right.
But Watford were like, look, we can't sell you because we're going for it next year. And I was like, well, bollocks, you told me that the year before, and we ended up finishing 50. And it was a bad year. Like I did personally well, but I hate losing games. So they were like, okay, let's renew, give you a new contract. So I went from $5,000 to 21, from 21 to 50 in 24 months.
Mate.
Yeah.
Game changer.
But every year from that, I signed a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
5 years in a row.
Yeah. That's unreal.
Yeah.
After the 50 grand, what did it then jump up to?
72. And then the last one.
Last one went up to what?
2, 3, 4. The last one was 129.
You're joking me.
Yeah. For 5 years.
Oh, mate, we need to just fucking stop the whole thing and go, right, drop the mic. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
129 on the last one. We had
How many years were you on 129 for?
5.
So you had 5 years of 129, so it's a £5 million.
Just short, yeah.
£5 million a year.
But including, because I had like I still had bonuses and all that in, so it was just short of £6 million a year for 5 years. We did all right.
Mate, that is quality.
Yeah, we did all right.
That is quality.
Yeah. But
did you change?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you did. You did change. So the more money you earned, did you change as a person?
Yeah, become more of an arsehole. Like,
okay.
Arsehole in the sense of like, I think at my core I was fine, but no one told me no. No one in around me was like, don't do that and don't do that. I've said some of the stories before, but going to Vegas and doing £250,000 in 4 or 5 days with 3 lads it's not a clever thing to do. Do you know what I mean?
Did you drop it for them as well? Said,
yeah.
You're on me, lads.
Yeah.
What, private jets?
No.
Just hotels, partying.
First class flights, best hotel suites, and then 4 days on it. Did 80 grand in a nightclub one night just to get them to change the music. You know, Vegas back in the day was all house and heavy and back.
Yeah.
And that weren't really my scene. So every time you bought a round, they'd change the music for 3 or 4 songs. So fucking every time it went shit, do it again. Yeah, do another one, do another one.
Did you understand a pound note?
Nah. Because
this is quick, right? This is quick. So you've gone from 180 quid up to 129 grand a week.
In 6 years.
But even if you had gone from, forget the first bit.
Yeah, from the 5.
From 5 to 21.
That's 5 years.
Yeah. A fair big jump. From 21 to the 50.
Yeah.
Big jump. And then 50 to the 70, 75 to 100. What was the point when you were like, this is unreal. I don't really understand money, but I'll have that car. I'll have that clothes. You can have some.
I wasn't never told no.
But was anyone around you, like, guiding you about a pound note?
You'd have like, agents, you'd have accountants, but if I went, again, it sounds bad because I probably could do a few more years of it now, but if you turn around and go, I would go, for example, I just saw a Lamborghini, I want that. And they'd go, yeah, but it's got to do, no. Get it to me by tomorrow. Yeah. I want it. And that was how it was. Yeah. Like I want it now. Didn't care about APR. Didn't care about rates, interest. Just get it to me.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Someone else will deal with it.
Yeah, and then further down the line, when there's something to do, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll fuck it off. And I had a Lamborghini friggin' Eventful.
How much? What's the most you've ever spent on a car?
270. Lamborghini Euros. I've had a few Lamborghinis, a few Bentleys. Weird thing is, I'm not really a car person, but I love driving.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I love driving. Like, just fast forward how I am now. I was rented a motor last week. I was in a Volvo. So I've never driven a Volvo.
Yeah.
Fucking sent it back after 3 days.
Yeah.
Piece of shit, mate. But it was just like, I just like driving.
What was that feeling like? Like, you're spending £250,000 on a motor.
Mm.
Like, after the first 3-4 days, does that buzz fade away and go, God, I'm actually looking for something else? Actually, it's not about buying material things. Actually, did you ever look inside?
You're always looking for that next hit.
But did you ever look inside and go, actually, maybe buying all stuff is not giving me happiness?
No, because I weren't happy at home as well.
That's my point.
Yeah, I weren't happy at home, and I got divorced as well. I got married to a girl I went to school with. We weren't good for each other, but it's that whole how it should be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you went to school together, you stuck with me with Jay, or all of that. We had kids together. But she weren't happy with me. I weren't happy with her. I wasn't a good partner. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, I wasn't a nice person to be around. And then I was just, I had a group of mates and we went everywhere together and we did everything. But I probably ruined half of their relationships. Their families now will be telling you they're glad I've stopped drinking. Because I'd phone them at like 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Let's go.
Well, I'm picking you up in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm in bed. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And they'll know I'll turn up and I'm bibbing you on until you come out.
Yeah.
That's it. And we're going out. I don't know where we're going. I don't know how we're doing it. We're going somewhere. I've been in a casino before.
What's the most you've ever dropped in a casino?
Weirdly, not a lot.
Okay.
Because
not a lot to you.
Like $3,000,
Okay.
$4,000.
Yeah.
But like not a lot in the sense of like gambling and like drugs have never really been my thing. But I can go to a casino, watch a boxing match, but go with, like, let's say I go with $5,000.
Yeah.
Say, I'm happy to lose that $5,000.
Yeah, because you know you're got in your mind.
But that's it.
Oh, I see, for the event.
Yeah, I've gone out and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have drinks, whatever. But I'm gonna lose $5,000.
Yeah.
If I win, if I come home with $1,000, if I come home with $20,000, whatever, it's happy days. But my intention is, if we lose, I'm losing that $5,000, and that's my limit. And I'm not going to go and get
Chase
more.
Don't chase the dragon,
No.
Yeah.
It's just done. So, I'm not really... but it was that, go to the casino. I remember we was in the casino before. We was watching a fight. I can't remember who the fight was. The fight ended early, and it was about 11 o'clock. And a couple of lads were like, I'm going home. And I just didn't want to go home because it weren't great. So I was like, should we go to London? I'm in Birmingham at 11. Should we go to London? I ain't got no... Fuck it. Come on, let's go. Bouted it down in a motor. Got to like Libertines at like fucking 1 o'clock. There's only 2 hours left. I want that best table. I want this. Do your load in it. Back in the car. Straight up. But just to not be at home.
Yeah.
Sad, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you think about it, sad as fuck. Like, but that was a life.
That's what you're doing. I love your honesty as well.
Always, yeah. It's not too glamorous.
I always think, like, when you get in this sort of money, no one's taught you money. No one's taught you where to invest, what to do. The natural thing is just buy houses.
Yeah.
That was the natural thing that most footballers were. I always thought, imagine a footballer being paid in cash. So at the end of the week, I'm whacking you £129,000. I've piled them up all in grands here. There's 130 grand in cash is probably you're looking like whatever. If it's in tenors or 20s, 50s would be a lot smaller, whatever.
Yeah.
But actually to go, boom, you've just worked a whole week, Troy, and there's your dough. I wonder if that would make you go, bloody hell, rather going hole in the wall and just seeing your numbers going up and noughts. It probably didn't mean anything.
It didn't. And the problem is, again, the tap culture. You could tap away. I was probably at the start of that. And then you say, I used to walk around with cash a lot. Yeah, like $3-4 grand. Yeah. And again, with the banks that I was with, you could order money. So if I know I'm having a big weekend, it's like, send 20 to the house.
Yeah.
And again, but the problem wasn't getting the money. It was keeping the money, because you get it, you spend it. Let's say it's the 25th, you do your loads. Let's say, I'm making numbers up here, but let's say you do 50 grand. I don't know, you bought a motor or you bought a house. 28th every month, 3 days later, it's back in.
It's coming again.
It's back in. So you've never really seen it go. Because again, you get to a point in life, don't you, where you're not looking at your account every day, every week. Do you get my point?
Of course.
You're just going,
happy days.
Sweet.
It don't really mean much though, does it?
No, absolutely not. And then,
so how can we get around that? Why so many ex-professional footballers gone bankrupt or gone skint?
Because it's because of these conversations.
Yeah.
No one's really having the conversation about like what does happiness look like.
Yeah.
Because in football, I mean, in athletes' world, maybe in business world, but I've not been in it long enough. But athletes' world, it's always like you're competing with everything.
Yeah.
So your lads, the 25 lads in my team, we're competing.
Spot,
we're all competing.
Yeah.
So if you've got a new motor, I'm going to come in with a new motor. If you've got a new wash bag, I'm coming in. And it's very petty, but everything's a competition, because from pre-season to the end of the season, you're judged on what do you do every single day. And I think that's the conversation now. So, okay, what does happiness mean to you? Because your happiness, my happiness, and your happiness are all completely different.
Yeah.
But weirdly, we're all trying to be to the same level, but we don't all earn the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, but yeah.
So going back to that then, if you've got a player or you're in there on a coach on the way to a match or something, were you gambling in the back? Were you all playing cards? Does that get in the way of going, right, you've just you've gone on up to, I don't know, you've got a Man United, you just lost 10 Gs. If you can afford to lose 10 Gs, you can look for it. No one wants to lose. You're competitive. Does that cause a problem between the players? It's got to be some angst between the players because the piss take comes in.
Yeah, so because we had heard some stories about how that did affect other teams and other players, and especially from the past. We used to have a rule, so we'd play on a Friday, and then the Saturday on the no cards before the game, after the game. So you play Friday on the way up to a game, you play Saturday after on the way back, but all debts had to be cleared by the time you got to your car. So you could never get two out of hand. Do you know what I mean? So if you won 10 grand off me, by the time you got to your motor,
you'd ping it straight away.
Across, yeah. So there was none of that, like you're going home going, I've won 10 grand and Troy owes me.
Yeah.
And then, Sunday you're chasing me when we're training for it. And then Monday you're getting a bit aggy. It was just like, if we're going to play cards, it's a bit like a casino. You either come with your cash and you deal with it, or you ping it there and then. So that's how we kind of got around it.
What sort of stadiums did you really, really love playing at? What was it? Did you enjoy the Cop? Did you enjoy
the old school ones?
The old school ones. Okay,
yeah.
Give me some old school stadiums you loved.
Upton Park.
I loved
Still one.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, fucking loved it.
36,000 people, everyone looking over the top with you, just aggy.
Yeah, but also just the drive-in again from the players' point of view, the coaching, tight, narrow roads. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's out there before early.
Car park.
Yeah. So you've got that. You've got, again, I love the Den. I think that's fucking bang on.
Yeah.
For as much as I don't like them and they don't like me, Villa Park, St James's Park, Newcastle is still, to me, one of the best in the country.
That's amazing. And you know what I love about that? It's right in the mix.
Yeah.
I flew up for West Ham, Newcastle a couple of months back. Bang, you come out of the thing, bang, all of a sudden there's a massive stadium there. In the bars.
Yeah, it's the only one where the town's built around that, isn't it? So, I'm up there tomorrow, to be fair, doing the Barca game. So, those four. I did like the old Tottenham Stadium, White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
I never got to really play there. I was on the bench both times. I was fucking fuming. So manager was trying to rest me for the game after, and it's like, it weren't good. I'm trying to think what else. I like Old Trafford and Anfield for the nostalgia, the history.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore, I would say. But just those old Goodison Park. Proper.
Have you seen their new one?
I was there on Saturday.
How good is it? Yeah. Is it special?
It's very nice.
I've heard.
Very, very nice.
I think Tony Bellew said like the volume there is like the third in the world or something, of just the fans, the echoing around, keeping it sort of the whole...
Stairs, no one's talking about it. It's fucking like that, yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, it's proper.
Going back to your West Ham question, dream come true, new owners come in. I've got respect for the owners of what they've done. I haven't got respect of taking us from Upton Park. We could have made that a 50,000 cap stadium, taken away the chicken run. We could have done all that. They said there was a questionnaire that went out to fans. Bollocks! Like none of us would have signed to go to the London Stadium. Best case scenario. I understand why they did it. 60,000 more revenue. We've had a great
business point of view.
Business point. I get it. Yeah, but actually, when you go in the stadium, in the build up to it, when we're all there, the first in 2016, 2017, you go there, you're all excited. You go, where's the atmosphere?
Mm-hmm.
What's happened?
We played there. We beat you 4-2. You were 2-0 up. I'll never forget it. You were 2-0 up.
I remember.
Payet did the freaking the back flick. He was unbelievable. And you were popping us off the park. And we had Valon Barami at the time, who used to play for West Ham as well.
Right. It was good. He was decent.
Yeah, he's a good proper bloke. And I remember in the game we were 2-0 down, and it was either Payet or Lanzini was taking the piss in the corner, and I'm sprinting back to get him, and so is Valon sprinting to get him, and he's turned and Valon just won the ball but smashed him. I've then gone and we all kind of looked at each other and was like, fucking, they're getting it.
Yeah,
we're 2-0 down at this point, but because the ground was so far away, it never felt like it did at Upton Park, where it's like they're 2-0, they're on top of It was like a bit like a pre-season game. Yeah, it was nice.
I know. We never had that. We don't like nice.
Yeah, and then we end up beating you 4-2
I remember the game
on that day, and it's like, but I think if you was at Upton Park, we'd have probably lost.
Do you know what I find when you look at that? When you look at Newcastle, West Ham fans, they've put the West Ham fans right in the corner, top. You can't hear them, can't see them. Yeah. West Ham at London Stadium, we put the away fans right behind the goal. Mm-hmm. What's the point? Get them up the top. Mm-hmm. Push them all at the top just to give that.
I love that about Newcastle. Yeah, I love that as well, because if you when you've played there, every four corners of the ground
are Geordies.
Yeah, and you're getting it.
Yeah.
I loved playing there. I still love going there. They're not too happy with me, but other than that, it's fine. Said a few comments recently that they weren't too happy with.
Is there a night? That's a good point. In fact, as a pundit, you now can voice what you want. What's the backlash you get, and where can that come from? Is that the reason why you're taking yourself off socials? To go, do you know what? I don't need that backlash.
The backlash really comes on socials. I don't really see it, so I don't really care. No one's ever, and I mean this, ever come up to me, probably similar to you, and God, Dodge, I'm that geezer off Twitter, and I said this. No one's ever done that. You get the odd person that shouts from a distance, and there's 5 of them.
Whatever.
So what?
Yeah. Whatever.
Again, I'm in the space of, you're going to put your hands on me? The answer's no. If you do, I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do. But the only thing I will ever say is my opinion is never based on trying to get clicks. It's never based on trying to entice someone to feel like I'm going against their team deliberately. It's normally said with, this is just my genuine opinion from being in the dressing room for so long. And secondly, probably a little bit of banter in there.
Yeah.
If it's about Villa, I'm going to have a bit of banter about Villa, because anyone speaking about Blues would do the same.
Yeah.
So you're not going to speak well of any Millwall
or
team.
No more.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
do like them.
Exactly. You can be respectful, but you've got to have a little poke, and you expect it back.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, on 98% of people I bump into in life now,
are nice.
They all go, fair play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And because you see me, again, what I used to do as a player, being in the pubs and the clubs, you see me now, I go to every ground up and down the country.
Yeah.
I've got no concerns.
Who are you working for today?
Today's for the EFL, YouTube.
No, I mean, not for today, but actually your work.
Work
today.
Today is TalkSport, The Sun, BBC, CBS, and then any EFL stuff.
So you're keeping busy.
Yeah, keep the lights.
Does that
up.
make you happy?
I love working.
Yeah,
I love working.
Yeah,
my next day off is from last Friday. My next day off is Tuesday, but I'll go every day, and then Tuesday I'll crash, and I'll have a family day doing nothing. And then back on it Wednesday. Idle minds, isn't it? Yeah. Devil's playground. So I love working. I love being in the motor. Like before I come here, I'm doing all my business calls in the morning, making sure they're ready to do what they need to do. Come here, do this, jump back in the motor, but I've got to drive half hour, get across to Southampton to make sure they've done what they've done this morning. If they haven't, why? Yeah. Go and do some football content this afternoon. Go home. Jobs are good. Have dinner with the family. If I could be home 6:30 every day, I'm happy.
Yeah, lovely.
Because that's what.
What's your relationship like with your good mate Anthony Joshua?
I ain't spoke to him in a little while. Yeah. Not for no reason, just life.
Yeah.
So he's got stuff going on. I've got stuff going on. I'll just drop him a line, just make sure he's all right. And again, I'm just a different person. I'm a bit old school. I don't need to message you for you to message back. I just messaged Stephen Graham the other day. Obviously, just won loads of Emmys. A bit of a name drop there. I don't know why I said that, but the point is, I messaged him the other day and I was like, "Hi mate, congratulations, fucking proud of you. Wish you all the best. No need to respond."
Yeah, lovely.
He does respond, which is great.
Yeah,
but I'm just more of those one of people that let's say the next 6 months you're smashing it, mate. Just watch that podcast. Yeah. Fair play. Yeah. I don't need you to come back and go, I heard you on TalkSport.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Need that.
Yeah, I don't need that. I just want to say, watching your stuff, fair play. And that's just kind of who I am. So I'll text the big man and be like, heard you got injured. Hope you're doing all right. If you want to chat.
Yeah, lovely.
He's probably got 60, 70 other people he can talk to that are a better place than me. But
do you think AJ will end up fighting Tyson Fury?
I think it has to.
It's got to, hasn't it?
It has to. I think for both of their legacies, it has to. But we are running to at that point now, the Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather, like, we're all going to watch it, but we're all going to think, what if?
If it's a couple of years,
the Cal Brook, Amir Khan, we're all going to watch it, but what if?
Yeah.
But, look, it's a really weird one, especially when they're in that sport. Like my sport, you play football, you're relatively okay. These boys get bashed up for a living, even to practice, do you know what I mean? So I would expect and hope that they can have that big match that they deserve for both of their careers, for their legacies.
Do you think they both want it?
Yeah. But I think the ego of who's the A side, who gets the most, like, I think that's the...
I think they get over that. If Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. can get over that, surely
different spaces.
No, different spaces. But I'm saying surely they can get over who's ring walk first, who's the.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I genuinely believe it's the numbers that they're both because I reckon maybe, again, I don't know this to be fact.
100 mil each.
But let's say 100 mil each, they get it done. But I reckon that was there 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's 100 mil each now?
Yeah.
You still think there is?
Yeah.
Well, I think
because pay-per-view. It don't matter if people are like you and I going, oh God.
No, we're still going to watch it. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. All my mates are going to watch it. Everyone I know is going to watch that fight.
Well,
on a pay-per-view at 30 quid times by. That's going to. I would imagine that's going to do way more than $1.5 million, 2 mil pay-per-views, 3 mil. Who knows? I don't know the final numbers on that. Plus the Wembley, plus the Saudi, plus the rematch.
But I just think is that appetite for it there now, and you probably
from them or from us?
No, just from the whoever's putting the dough down. Is the question?
Well, Turkey put the money down, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but if you look at what he's doing now, you just had Canelo, Crawford.
Yeah,
he's probably going, and I don't mean this disrespectfully to either AJ or Tyson Fury, but is he thinking I can get the next crop now and I don't have to spend as much? I know money to them is like a biscuit to us, but I don't know. I hope it happens for their ways in life. Obviously, I just did SAS with Connor. And me and Connor obviously built a relationship up off of that. So I'm excited to see how that rematch plays out. He's determined as
I can't wait to see. I can't wait. I'd love to see Connor come and do Chris Eubank Jr.
Would you?
I would love to. I'd love to see Connor.
I would have sent him a message. I'd love to get him on here with you boys. I think he'll have a real good
we'll have a proper good chat.
Proper good chat.
Yeah, 100%.
Proper bloke.
Yeah, proper fella. Where's he live in Mallorca?
Nah, he's in Essex way now.
Oh, he's Essex. I'd have to get Connor on if you could.
I'll try and tee you up.
Mate.
Yeah,
I
think it'll be a good conversation.
Yeah, 100%. Before we finish up here, SAS Who Dares Wins.
Mustard.
Did you properly enjoy that?
Yeah, hated every second of it, but they loved it. It was filmed a little bit earlier, so it's I think we could say it now. It was filmed like a year ago, so it's hard watching it now because you're kind of going, I don't really remember it all. You know what I mean? But the bits that I remember and the DSs were great. I'll say this now. After these kids are fucking about and then got no like route of where they want to get out because they're bored or whatever, send them to them boys. Yeah, send them to them boys for 6 months. They'll come back proper blokes. And do you know what I mean? They'll be lively and they'll be ready to go. They sort out the boys from the men very quickly. Get in your head within 24, 48 hours. Strip you down to bare bones. Yeah. And then build you up. Yeah. And no, mate, for me it was lovely. That was the spark for the no drinking. Yeah. Always something I've been thinking about doing, and they have a big saying like walk with purpose. And I love that. I love that. If you're gonna have a shit, walk with purpose. Be the best person taking a shit. That's what they said to us. Like, do you know what I mean?
Foxy's a good bloke, isn't he?
Oh,
he's been on
all of them. Foxy,
yeah, they're all
Foxy's
good.
Type around. Billy's Ledge, Chris. They're all good. Rudy, they're all good. Good people. Again, I thrive in those environments of like, there's no BS. It's just get the job done. And it doesn't matter if you struggle. Even you look at it, let's go to, I won't go through everyone, it's too long, but let's look at the last 5-6 people, all on different journeys, completely different backgrounds. But one thing you noticed throughout the whole show was they were game. Yeah. They were honest and they never quit. So everyone now has a respect for them. And I just think that's like a bit of a life lesson. Like, you ain't got to be the best at everything, but just keep going, turn up on time, try your best, and everyone will respect you for it. Yeah. And you'll be a few steps ahead, won't you? Yeah. The way you was. So, mate, for me, I don't know if you ever get the opportunity to go on there, but if you do, mate, fucking go on.
I've been invited on a few things, but I've always gone, I don't know. Do you think it should be a
mate, the SAS one?
Yeah, okay.
Especially because it's not, the physical is the easy part.
It's the mental side.
It's the mental.
And how tough you can switch your mind off and just crack on. Yeah.
And behind, like when the cameras, because the cameras are always wrong, but obviously it doesn't make the edits, but they're still just nibbling in your ear and getting on, do you know what I mean? And pushing you. And
do you reckon that made you a better man?
100%.
Nice.
100%. My wife will tell you that. 100%. Because I came out of that and got married days after.
Did you?
Got married with a black eye after Connor.
Did you?
Chin me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just good for where I'm at. Good for business. Good for like, okay, I've never really been taught I forget the name of it, but you know that it's like essential, unimportant. When you break it into cores of what's important and relevant, and that with the walk with purpose is now how I live my life. So I look at the week and go, right, what do I need to get done? Yeah. Well, I said to Dodge, I'll be here. So man of my word, I'll be here. I'm on time. I'll get it done.
And early.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, mate.
But like that, a year ago, maybe I would have been here, but
it might turn up at 10 o'clock. 10
yeah.
Mate.
Oh, sorry, mate, I'm running a bit late. Or do you know what? Can we do it tomorrow?
There's nothing worse than that.
Oh, it's the worst.
There's nothing worse when you got a mate who's like, "Oh, mate, I'm half an hour late, 40 minutes late. Can we move it?" I can't stand.
But I can't stand being late for work. Yeah. I'm never late for work.
No, good.
But I'm always late for a social gathering.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's changed.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a good thing, right?
Yeah, but I'm on about, like, let's say we've got a family meal at 7. I'm not going to get there before 20 past.
Yeah.
But if I got to be there for work, I'll be there at quarter to.
Yeah, perfect.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think I phoned you half hour before. Like,
I'm here.
Mate, I'm lost.
Oh yeah. I want to quickly go back to West Ham. Dream come true.
Yeah.
Ain't going to happen. It might happen. Big money, Saudi money comes in. We end up doing the deal, knocking that stadium down, building a purpose-built stadium.
Yeah.
That tight, round the pitch, great acoustics, get the fans back on side, get money pumped into it, buy the players we need, and we kind of, that would be dream come true. Yeah. That's what Tottenham did. They spent £1.2 billion. Okay, we get ours for £2 million a year. Rent cheapest rent going. I get all of that, but it's painful, mate. It's not the same.
My problem with West Ham,
the atmosphere. We grew up with atmosphere and
you could look on the pitch, but you could look on the pitch as a fan, and go,
100%.
He's going to give. Yeah. They represent us. Yes. You had Nobes, Mark Noble for a long time. You had Declan Rice. You had Kevin Nolan.
We had loads.
Yeah, you go for. You look now, and you've got one who's inherited, who's Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
The rest, it's.
Well, I look around and go, who's the leader? Jared Bowen's the leader. Who else you look around? You need 3 or 4 or 5.
And I just worry, because Jared obviously is getting on a little bit as well. Who over the next 5 to 10 years is that? You've got a few young lads who are coming through and doing well, but it's like, who's the...
Yeah.
And that's where I always think a fan base will get disconnected, when they can't look on the pitch and see a representation.
What we're chatting before, we're going, right, we're 4 games in. All West Ham fans thinking, relegation? 4 games?
Nah, you'll be all right.
No, but I'm saying this chat is going on.
Yeah.
This chat is going on, and as the games go, we're 4 games in, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
We've got 34 games to go. You can't be talking like that, but fans are getting a bit agitated, like... What's the next move?
Well, I said at the start of the season, I got hammered by West Ham fans last year because I said Lopetegui ain't going to work. And Troy, you're negative. You got. Mate, you look at his body of work.
Yeah, I was the same.
He's the David Moyes. He's 2.0 when you're talking about attacking.
David Moyes was fantastic, by the way.
Moyes is ledge.
I backed him every minute of every time, and he left at the right time.
Of course.
Because imagine if he jumped in the next season, 4 games in, get rid of Moyes, he'd have the blame. He's walked out on a high.
Yeah.
Got us to Europe 3 times. Got us a trophy. Ticks every box.
But what he did do as well, he come with, what you're getting. So when he goes in at Everton, no one went, Everton in trouble. They know you're going to get a solid representation of David Moyes on the
Discipline.
pitch. With Lopetegui, remember, we're getting rid of David Moyes because we're changing style, but you bought somebody who does the same thing. So that was never going to work. So I got hammered at the start for that until people go, you were right.
Yeah.
Graham Potter, again, from Birmingham, so I always want him to do well for that, just he's from home. I just look at him and go, how do you motivate everyone?
Yeah.
He might be, I've never really met him, might be a nice guy, might have great tactical awareness, but in the dressing room, in the trenches, 0-0 against Spurs, we've had a tough first half, but it's 0-0, we're in it. What's that thing you're saying that where you go, fuck yeah, they're getting it?
I hear you, yeah.
I just don't get that vibe from
So who is that? Jose Mourinho? Would he come and fire the club up, or do you think that might be like a 1 season, 2
not
season
anymore.
wonder?
Yeah, not anymore. I think Jose is not the Jose before. I love Jose Mourinho, but I think he's a legend.
I reckon he suits West Ham in a weird way. I reckon he suits West Ham because we need that.
Somebody to take all the ownership, and he'll take all the pressure off the board. The problem is
he'll clash with the board.
Yeah, the problem is he'll clash with them behind scenes, but he'll take all the pressure off because everyone will be talking about him, not talking about them.
Yeah.
But what he will want, and I don't think West Ham have got this, is a point of going, right, we need 8 players, and I want this type of player, and I'm not budging on this. And I think that's where it wouldn't really work. Because I can't tell you, this is going to set you off, and I don't mean to, but West Ham always had this, the West Ham way.
Yeah.
As someone that's not from London, what the fuck is the West Ham way? Because I can't tell you what it is.
Well, it's batches of players, the original... Jeff Hurst and Martin Peters.
So then that would be
Bobby Moore. That was in the 60s. And
so that'd be a youth team.
Yeah, youth team academy coming through. Yeah, then you had your Joey Coles, your Rio Ferdinand, your Frankie Lampard, your Carricks, Jermaine Defoe, all coming through again with Harry. We had all these amazing times. And we're all like craving for something like a Harry coming back, and that person.
So it'd be more than like a personality.
I'm not saying Harry would come, he wouldn't, but that kind of
a personality type then from a manager that embodies who West Ham are,
what the fans are,
and then a crop of young players that you can go, there's the identity.
Yeah.
I got that because generally when I ask that question, I don't know what it is, and it's not me being smart. I just don't know what the West Ham way is.
But do you know what I also find, and nothing against foreign players, when you're bringing in too many foreign players, it's like another foreign player. We need an English core. That's what I like. What Eddie Howe does.
Yeah,
he's got an English core. You know when you see it comes up on Sky TV and the players are there, and you see the different flags.
Yeah.
All I'm looking for is how many English, just out of interest, how many English flags in each team?
Well, the year we got relegated, we did 5 years in the Premier. The year we got relegated was our most talented team. But
what year did you get relegated? Because you went
COVID.
And then down, didn't you?
Yeah, COVID 20, and then we come straight back up in 21 and went back down in 22. But I left in 22. But we always had foreign players.
Yeah,
always had it with the model that we had. But we always had a core English group.
Yeah.
And the year we got promoted, we went away from that.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of my time, Ben Foster's time, Tom Cleverley's time was dealing with the French group, dealing with the Spanish group, like just trying to pull it all, always try to pull it
was
all
it hard?
back in. Yeah, absolutely,
sure.
Because again, these guys are talented. I'll say it on record, these guys are better than me.
Yeah.
But when you're in, again, my building, you're going to dig in.
Yeah.
So I don't care how talented you are, and if you can put one in top corner, that's great. We got West Ham on Saturday. Fucking going to have to dig in. Need eight of us. They're going to fucking fight. And the other 2 or 3,
you go and do the thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But what we went from being that was maybe 8 fancy players to 3 working hard. Okay. So when it was on, we were good.
But when you got to dig deep, so that's my point. Who would West Ham bring in now in the Premier League to go English player, hard as nails, going to smash people to bits, and take control as a leader? We need some more leaders.
I don't have that answer straight up front for you now, being 100% honest. But what it is, and I always worry about this, when you buy lads who have been relegated, and so you get used to losing. Yeah. So your goalkeeper you just bought from Leicester, he's used to letting goals in.
Yeah. And he's let enough
again. Yeah. But not his fault, but just it happens that much that you just go, it's kind of what happens. Yeah. Just when I spent another 30-odd million on the midfielder from Southampton, just got relegated. So losing games to him becomes normal. So now when you look through the spine of your West Ham team,
the mentality is we're
used to losing games. So I think you have to start going and taking a risk. Like if it was me, I would have signed Victor Lindelof from Man United. I don't think he's great, but he's been at Man United. He knows what it's like to play for a big club. He's better than what you've got. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Start looking at those aspects. But
Man United haven't been winning.
No, but but being at Man United and being at West Ham is completely different, isn't it? So he's used to wearing a big shirt, used to coming under expectations.
Whoa. But wearing a big shirt is with West Ham as well, right?
Sure. Yeah,
you look
large. Large. This is large. There's the XL. No, but you get my point. It's like Trent Alexander-Arnold go to Real Madrid, right? Liverpool's a massive club, so is Real Madrid. But when he's gone over there, if you look at his first 5-6 interviews, it's like, hold on, this is the big boy league, and he's been at Liverpool. Yeah. That's not a disrespect to Liverpool. It's not a disrespect to West Ham, but globally, Man United are here, there, everywhere, and their expectation is to win. If you don't win, you're on every back page. Yeah. If you make a mistake, you're on every media outlet. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If you make a mistake for West Ham, it depends who they play. Yeah. Do you get my point?
Yeah,
that's not being disrespectful.
No. So, but even coming out with Tottenham the other day, and coming out in the second half, we got spanked. We're like, where's the bite? Where's the fight? Who's getting aggy? Yeah. The fans can't even get aggy because we're about 3 miles away from the pitch. Do you know what I mean? The
sad part about it is that after the second goal goes in, it's like,
dead.
Fuck it, let's go get the train then.
Yeah, but I think this is
that's
not
the sad part.
This is not just. This is a build-up. Frustration for fans. For years. Losing, putting in 5 goals against us, 3 goals against us. It's just another build-up. Here we go again. Yeah. So the frustration is building, but when the frustration is building, you've got to communicate with your owner of your club, or the owner's got to communicate with you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Absolutely.
Troy, I've properly enjoyed this.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, mate, I've done 300 odd episodes, 330 episodes. I've properly enjoyed this one.
Thank you very much.
Love your honesty.
Always. Thank you.
You're a good man. Nice one, Troy. Take it easy, mate.
Cheers.
Mate. Thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to see someone on the show, leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, do us a favour, show us a bit of love, press the subscribe button, and it allows us to grow the show even bigger and bigger each week. Nice one.